I have no music to dance to. It just feels weird. What is this? We need to say what this title is. Techno Bandits. What do we got? We've got crypto crypto heist. About crypto heist. We've got oh yeah, online real estate in the meta. And what else we got? We've got oh right, that's right. Meteorite tracking AI. All right. There we go. We've done this. I think we've done this. Is it done? Is that what? Does that mean I've labeled it properly now? I have no idea. I'm trying to use this OBS instead of the usual. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's go to this. See what's going. It looks like it's kind of live. Kind of live. Can we hear it? Hello? Can we hear it? Let's see if I can do it here. Can we hear it? Hello? Can we hear it? We should have a nice echo now, I think. There's that. How do I? Okay, let's let me turn this on. Okay. So technically, I should be hearing myself talking right now, which I'm sure will drive everyone crazy. So technically, I should be hearing myself talk, and I am. Perfect. Okay, so that's that. Hello, Fuyanomi. Good to see you. Does that show up in there as well? It does. Look at that. Oh, it's almost like it's meant to happen, isn't it? All right, that's closed. You just closed a dockable window. If you'd like to show it again, use the docks menu. Thank you. I'm learning how to use OBS all over again, like it's the first day of my streaming life. Okay. I've got some audio. I've got Elab 2369. Jolly good to see you. You can't see the dog, though, can you? The dog is... It's really hard to see from here, but the dog is resting at my feet. There you go. That's a dog. That's a dog over there. She's sort of in a weird position, so it's kind of hard to be in the same frame as her. Let's see if I can sort of... No, not going to happen. You know what I should do? We should probably have dog cam as well. Instead of having squirrel cam, we should just have dog cam. Let me see if I can do that. Ready? Here you go. Here comes dog cam. There you go. That's far more interesting. Dog cam. There you go. The dog is covered. You can also hear teenagers yelling at each other upstairs, which is very exciting. There you go. That's Baz home with his friends. It's very exciting. Ank, how you doing? Hello to the doggy, of course, because God forbid anyone should forget about the dog for a moment or two. All fine there. Very good. A first-time chat from Elma Fudster. Hello, sir. We met at LFCC. What was LFCC? Which was that one? LFCC. Go for Fluffernut. What was LFCC again, Elma Fudster? What was that one called? I've got so many events, so little time. You know, I can't keep track of all these things. London Filming. Oh, one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I love the film and Comic-Con ones because it's such a great combination of stuff to geek out about, you know? Well, thank you for coming to see me over there. What do we got? Thank you for the dog cam. You're welcome. Super Stacker Chili. Hola. Saludos to you too. Paperclips has got some eyes. Ibrek. Hello, Ibrek. And what else? We got, has anyone woken up Cal yet? Anyone gone and woken up Cal? I wonder. All right. Let me see what I've got there. Hey, Leora, something like that. Welcome to the channel, Leora. Let me see what I've got to chat about. I've got some... did you know that Wolfpup got COVID? Let me see if I can find him here. I have a very weird setup for today. Vipup's got a very weird setup for today. Okay, let's see what happens when we go to see him. Is he on? There you go. Well, you made it. You made it.
Oh, hello?
Hello?
Hi, I'm on my phone, so this is very weird.
Weirdly, you sound even clearer on your phone.
My my headphones are dying, and it might just be my nose is kind of plugged right now. That's the only symptom.
You've got COVID in your nose.
That's the only symptom I'm having right now.
Well, that's
I've
good. That says it should be. It's because you're vaccinated, right? Probably.
yeah. I
Yeah.
accidentally gave it to my sister,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not your
but
it's not really your fault though, is it? There's not a lot you can do about that. So your sister's got it as well now. And then what do you think? Your parents? Anything for your parents yet?
no, I'm trying. They have 3 doses, and I'm trying my hardest not to give it to them.
Well, that's good. I mean, there's only so much you can do, right? You're living in the same house, so, you know.
Yeah,
Hello, Pat
because
2013. You got a first time chat from Pat 2013. Pat doesn't even know
20,
you, but she's already worried, or he's already worried about the fact that you've got COVID. So how long have you had it for now?
I'm gonna say 5 days.
Five. Well, then aren't you done then? Aren't you? You're no longer infectious, are you? Or what's the? How long do you have to wait?
I don't think I'm infectious anymore, but I still have symptoms, and I really don't want to give it to my dad because he
Mm.
has a worse immune system.
Oh, really? He's not. His immune system's not so good. Yeah, that's good. Well,
Yeah.
that's good of you. You're a good son. Not wanting to get your dad sick. That's. If only my son was the same way. Gaminator 2021. Just subscribe for 12 months. That's the wow. Thank you very much. That's 12 months. Gaminator has been bored out of their mind listening to me talk. Okay, so you're 5 days in. What have they said? How long have they said you have to stay in your room for and you're not allowed to leave?
Oh, we don't know.
Oh,
We haven't talked to the doctor or anything. This is just
got it. Many countries have cut it back. So it was at least 10 days for the infectious. Really? Wow. Um, Ibrek, thank you very much. And we just started a big incoming hype train thing. Do you have to get another COVID test before you can go back to school? That's a good question. Do you have to do that?
it doesn't go away, does it? With the COVID tests? If you take another one, it will still say you're positive.
It depends on the type of test you take. If you take one, I believe, I could be wrong, but if you take the nasal one, that's just going to test whether you have it right now or not. If you were to take the antigen
Oh,
test, it would tell you if you've got it,
okay,
if you've had it.
I still have it then.
Elmer
Because
Fudster, thank you very much.
we checked yesterday, so I guess we're gonna check tomorrow?
And you did the little scratchy nose one?
Yeah, I hated it. I was choking the entire time.
It's kind of creepy, isn't it? Yeah, I use it like now as almost like a test of like my ninja skills. It's like if I can get through it without sneezing. What you're supposed to do though, I didn't know this. I've always gone up my nose, like straight up my nose. You're actually supposed to go like this, right? You're supposed to sort of go like through your nose.
Bye.
You're supposed to go straight rather than up, if that makes sense. And you swab in there, and that's way more uncomfortable. Just you're welcome. That's out. What the
Yeah,
heck, Captain Catherine? What are you doing? Captain Catherine has passed out on the gifting sub and is button and has gifted subs to like 1 million people.
how
And we've
much? I
look,
can't
there's like
see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subs. Holy mother of Captain Catherine's. Well, thank you very much. Ter-
Right now,
yeah.
right now because I can't go on the computer, I've been playing on the Switch again.
Ah, what are you doing? Like a little bit of Legend of Zelda or the new one? Is the new one on the new one's on the Switch too, isn't it?
No, there wasn't the new one. I'm playing Super Mario Odyssey actually.
Very good. It's a little bit of retro gaming to keep you busy, and you're also been doing the fingerboards. You were saying,
Yeah, the little like wait, I
doesn't
don't
it
think
get boring
anyone.
after a while though? Because they're all built the same way.
Yeah, but I have to build each one. I don't
Hmm.
like playing them. I like building them. That's the
Yeah.
weird thing.
Well, that's cool. I understand that. What about you should start doing models. I used to love models. Where you get the glue and the models, you have to cut all the pieces out and put them all together, and then you end up with like a plane or a whatever from it. I used to love that stuff. Have you seen the new tracks in Mario Kart Deluxe? Says World Productions. I have not. Hey, Tyrion
Neither
Lannister.
have I.
Tyrion
Oh,
Lannister.
I
That's from one of my favorite shows, the Game of Thrones show.
I
That's what I
have
like.
a question for you, David.
Yes.
Have you ever played I forget what it's called.
Raging Pixel. Holy moly! Now Raging Pixel's throwing subs at everybody. Holy
Have
mother!
you
One, two,
played
three, four, 5 gifted subs. Wow, Raging Pixel. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Um, they've just
a lot
announced
of people
BOTW 2.
Breath of the Wild too?
Oh, Breath of the Wild has been pushed back. Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, the test does make you cry. It makes me cry. I mean, not cry, but it just makes me sort of,
I did cry during it. Just like I was crying, and I'm like, why am I crying?
Yeah, because it just gets right up your nose. It's a horrible feeling. It's
But
just a
I
creepy
didn't know
feeling.
why I was crying. I just was.
You know what's weird is they have robots to do that in some places, which I don't know that I
They
would
do.
trust. I feel like it's not that I wouldn't trust the robot. I wouldn't trust myself to like go, and then like, stab myself in the brain or something, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be my concern. Um, wow. Well, thank you very much for the second hype train that somehow managed to get through. Yeah, the
I
reflex is to pull it away. Yeah, 'cause I wouldn't want a robot to do it. Yeah. Although there's some people that what was so funny is I used to get tested like every other day when I was shooting. And one day you'd get someone who'd be like, tickle, tickle, tickle. And it'd be like a little tiny little bit of a nose tickle. And you'd be like, this is ridiculous. There's nothing. And then there's other days they'd be like, okay, put your head against that wall. And you're like, ah, so it's like, it really depends on who's doing it, to be honest.
don't really know why. That's the weird thing.
What else we got? I had one PCR test where you had just spit into a tube. That's what you want. I guess that's probably the antigen. That's the antigen test, I'm guessing, right? Where they just replicate the DNA to see if it's got. They replicate whatever it is. They replicate the DNA of the virus so that you can see how much of it there is, or if there is any, or whatever it is. I guess I don't know, something like that. I don't know exactly how that works. I should look that up, shouldn't I? How the PCR test works. Um, all right, talk to me, Wolf Pup. What do you make of this? What is it? $650 million theft of crypto. Do you hear about this?
Oh, I am locked off from all other technology except this.
Wow. Well, it's this. I guess they call it a bridge. The idea is that it's a system for. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I think it's a system for allowing you to convert from one cryptocurrency to another. And they got hacked, and they've been stealing money since the beginning of March, and it's like something like $650 million is what it was worth.
It,
You know?
we just figured this out.
Yeah. How does a PCR COVID test work? Let's see. Okay, who would know how to do this? Well, Genome Government, I guess, would know. Here we go. Oh, they've got little pictures. Okay, here we go. Okay, you take a sample collection. Here, can I share this? I think I might be able to share this. If I can figure out OBS, whatever. Is there a window? Do I need a window? Okay, if I do this and I choose a window capture and I create a new window capture, okay. And that's the one I want. Perfect. That's exactly what I want right there. So you can't really see it, but I'll walk you through it. So apparently you take your sample, you take your saliva tube, ugh. You take your nasal swab, you get if there's SARS-CoV virus on it, you reverse transcription, viral RNA, viral DNA. So you take the RNA from the virus, you turn it into DNA, and then what do? Then you duplicate, and you keep doing that, I guess. So until there's a whole bunch of it. Okay, wait a second. Viral RNA, primers and dyes, test positive for. I see. Okay, so basically they take a sample. If there is a viral DNA RNA in it, which is what is that? There's God, what is it? We are DNA, deoxyribose, and RNA is like the piece that they use to replicate DNA. So it's like half of DNA. Anyways, the idea is that you take your sample, and they put a bunch of dyes and stuff on it so that you can see it, and then they replicate it as much as possible. So the primers and stuff all get it to make more and more of the RNA stuff, so that there's enough of it. Then when it shows up, you can see that they've obviously got the virus. If you do go through all that same trouble and nothing shows up, then you're obviously negative. You didn't have it. So that's the DNA version of it. The ones that we're doing, I believe, are the one that another freaking hype train. What is going on? I look away for a second. Another hype train went by.
Oh.
It's like
I only knew there was one, but now you have like 5.
where are we at? Like I know it's like hype train level 3. I'm on a level 3 emotes are throwing out. Okay. I think there's a new one in the works. Very curious. Okay. Rodney McKay. It's true. Fiji Warrior. Okay, I'm thinking of mRNA. Yeah, that's messenger RNA. This is just RNA because these are an RNA virus, I believe. But that's interesting. Okay, I'm glad I know vaguely how that works. So basically, it's basically like you replicate something, and if it's not there, then there's nothing to replicate. If you replicate it and there's a lot of it, you know that it was there in the first place. So I guess that's how they basically test it. What about the other ones though? What are the ones? What are the ones that we're using with our noses? What are they called?
It's the same thing. Because if you hide it, it goes
No, no, the
pink.
ones that
I
they
know
put
that.
drops. They put drops on it though. That's not replicating anything. I don't think, isn't it? Rapid,
I would.
rapid test. How about that? See how that works.
One that I'm taking, the rapid test. That's the one that goes in the nose.
Yeah, I think. Well, they might both go in the nose actually, because they got to get the sample from somewhere, right? How rapid tests work?
Why did
Okay.
you put the nose, though? That's my question.
Mm, mm. Okay. Why does what?
Why does it go in the nose? Who was at the factory of
Well, because that's where apparently
COVID?
that's where it gathers. You know?
Oh,
Yeah. Apparently that's where the virus will gather in the back of your nose over there. All right. Let's see if it tells us how to do this. Is this showing up for us? I can't tell what's. Oh, it is. Oh, good. Okay. Um, so let's see how it works. Does it say? Okay. So here you go. So you do your swab. That's the antigen test. We've done that. Antibody test. What is this one? So nasal throat. That's the RNA. Okay. Nasal or throat swab. Sample added to liquid. Liquid added to cartridge. Point of care test. That can be done. What? Isn't there? Oh, there's a blood one too. You can do a blood sample.
why? Oh my, that sounds very interesting.
I don't know. Would you prefer to get a blood sample, or would you prefer to you basically jab your finger and do that, or you? I don't. It doesn't say how it works here. I want to see how it works. Um,
I would not want to be stabbed by it.
I don't know how to take it. I know how to take it. You shove it up your nose, and then all that's pretty obvious. But how does it work? Okay, let's see. How does a rapid COVID test work? Let's see that. Okay, let's see if there's something that could tell us about that. Okay, this McGill University. They're usually pretty good. Maybe they can tell us how it's working. Nope. I just want some simple, quick, easy pictures for my friends at home. What do we got? Everything you need to know. They say that's everything I need to know. Looking, looking, looking. How the tests work. Here you go. How to take it. Oh my gosh. Does nobody want to know how they work? Why does everyone want to know how to take them and no one wants to know how they work? I feel like I'd want to know how these things work. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. How do rapid tests
Ready to.
work? Okay. Nature. See, I would have thought this is the guide for the perplexed. So what does it go? Okay. I just wondering if there's some kind of easy, long and irresponsible, comparing rapid tests, reassessed how they work. Yeah, but I want to see an actual picture. So it only just says that it only tests that the virus is present in high concentrations. I see. So the tests that you're doing are basically just to test whether you're infectious or not, which sort of makes sense, right? So according to this, your incubation, infectious for 5 to 10 days. Viral load below which a person is no longer infectious is still unclear, but that could be anywhere from 10 to 15 days. Okay, all right. I'd like to know. I'd like to see. There was a great YouTube video. I remember seeing a great YouTube video about. All right, it was a YouTube video about how the test works. YouTube. Okay, let's go into YouTube. Let's go to here and let's see how a COVID test works. Here we go. Antigen. There you go. This is the one. This is the one. All right. So this was, okay, so basically, let me just go to the part where it actually shows you what's going on here. So you get your two little lines, the lateral flow test, that's what it's called. So the antibodies, if they're present, get stuck to the little gold bits on the two strips. I guess that's it. So if there's COVID, it gets caught in the first strip and makes it change color. And then it goes to the second one and makes it change color just to show that it's actually working. And then if there is no COVID, it doesn't get caught on the first one, but it's still something gets caught on the last one just to show that it's actually the test has gone all the way through, if that makes sense. I don't know how accurate they are. I'm curious to know what the accuracy of them is, but that's That's actually not a bad little take on it there. Okay, so now I've got that all over the place. How do I change this? Let's get rid of this. Let's go rid of this window capture. Here we go. Okay, so you're almost not infectious at 5 days, Wolf Puff. So you're getting close to not infectious, but you still got. It could be. They're saying it could be 10 to 15 days, right? In total. Let's hope not, right?
Let's hope not.
Going to be taking at least one rapid test to the convention. My group's having a huge restaurant meetup, but I'm going to be very careful about masking. Just going to try not to panic about what would happen if I caught it, says Melissa85. I'm not doing any conventions. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me to be getting together with lots and lots of people until we've got this sort of a little bit better handle on it. I think, but who knows? What do other people think? Mission Chicago finally announced that they will require vaccination or a negative test. At least I will have a tight mask for the airport or the plane. Yeah, so Jane and Baz went to LA for the March break, and I was going to go, and then I was like, you know what? I just don't feel comfortable going. I just don't. It just seems everything. I didn't see how I could possibly enjoy myself given the basically the way the world is, and also just the way the virus is. Let me see if I can get a better shot of Huzzah, who seems to have got a little lower in her position here. Here we go. How's that? Is that better? Can't really do that.
How did the dog get lowered?
Well, she's sort of like spread out more this way. She looks like a stuffed dog. She looks like not a real dog. Just inject yourself with nanites like an SGA. Yes, Gameator. That would be God. Wouldn't that be great? If you just had nanites that could just like zip through your body and like kill all the viruses before they even showed up. I get to see you right here. Why would I want to? Exactly. Why do you want to go to a crowded convention when you could have all the quality Hewlett time you need right here? Okay, I know it's not the same. I have 2 conventions. I really, 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 really want to go. I'm torn. There are people I haven't seen in 3 years, and I don't know. I need my people, but I don't want long COVID. Yeah, long COVID's the scary one. That really is it. Hello, Comic Age Clothing. That's a good name.
COVID.
Knifey Owl. What was that?
What is long COVID? I've heard of just regular, just COVID, but is there like a different variant called long COVID?
It's not really a different variant. It's how your body reacts to it. And some people, like it sounds like you're not getting it, like you're really not feeling much. Some people get it either really badly or not that badly. And some people get it and it just never goes away. Like I've got a friend who every so often she gets like 5 or 6 days where she's got all of the symptoms of COVID. And then not a year, but like months and months later, it'll just suddenly flare up again. And she's got all the symptoms and she still feels kind of foggy in the brain and all that kind of stuff. And that could go on forever. There's a woman on our street, actually, who's a teacher who got long COVID, and she's only just walking around the block, which is crazy. So she's been so tired, she hasn't even been able to walk around the block. And she was like someone who used to walk the dogs all the time. So yeah, some people get it and they have a really hard time kicking it. So they're calling it long COVID. And they're saying it can literally foggy up your brain and make you, you're just not able to think as well. I wish that was my excuse. Mine is just that I'm just, old and feeble, or probably wasn't that smart in the first place. But for other people, it's very, very, it is definitely a worry. They're talking about it might actually affect people's IQ. Like you might not be as smart after COVID. How crazy is that?
Really smart to begin with, so.
Wait a second. Everyone can get long COVID even if they never had COVID itself. I don't know how that works, Raging Pixel. Yeah, so apparently they're doing these studies and discovering that it's not just about surviving or not surviving this virus. It's about how it's affecting your body when you get it. Some people are having terrible, terrible troubles with it. They're having blood clots. They're having all sorts of other things that relate to the virus. Maybe my shoulders are so sore because of that. If Baz was here, he'd be counting that I've just made my first comment about my shoulders. My shoulders are so bad, I have to go to the doctor next week. That's how bad they are.
Because you're all filling for him. That was the first one.
That was number one. That was number one of my complaints. I'm sure I'll bring it up again. Long COVID sounds like Lyme disease. You're just screwed. Yeah, it's Matthias. It's so true. Hello, first time chat. First time chat, and you're like, we're all screwed. Good start, Matthias. Very good start. Actually, what is your real life IQ, TechBandits? I don't believe in IQs, World Productions. I feel like it's I don't know. There's something about it. It feels very sort of eugenics like somehow. The whole IQ thing about basing everyone's.
I like that statement.
What do you mean?
That you don't really like believe in IQs.
I don't. I feel like I don't know why, and maybe I have no scientific basis to this at all. But it feels to me like it's a system that's being created by people with a very specific background, right? Like, and I feel that it's a way of trying to sort of put people into categories that really bothers me. It reminds you that there's a thing called. Have you heard of eugenics before? Wolf Pup, have you heard of that?
No, I have not. I need
It
to stay closer to my phone.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's okay. No worries. It's so eugenics is this. It was this system that came out years and years ago, a belief system that basically, there were lives that weren't worth living. That there were people who, if you get to a certain, if you become, a burden to society and to the medical system and stuff like that, that you're not really worth having around. Eugenics is the idea that there is somehow a perfect human, right? And it's one of the things that was used quite horribly during the Second World War, right? That's why the Nazis wanted all these blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan Germans to be. That was the ideal human in their mind, and everyone else who wasn't like that, including people who were gay or people who had disabilities or Jewish or of color or any of that, they were all basically they were just supposed to be experimented on or killed, or they were somehow subhuman. So it's this eugenics thing, which was this system where they're like, how can we? Eugenics is basically about like, how do we get the right people together to have these perfect children, so that the human race is this perfect, amazing, healthy, fit, and and as optimal as possible. But of course, humans being humans, it immediately got turned into a way of of killing each other, basically. So the Nazis liked nobody. I mean, the funny thing is that I can't imagine that Hitler would have done terribly well on the eugenics scale either. Now you think about it, but anyways, it was uh,
Blue-eyed, so that's what confuses me.
but it's a system called eugenics, and it was an actual belief system that was held by a lot of governments around the world, and a lot of people in governments and medical practitioners around the world. Um, you know, eugenics sucks, and a lot of current COVID policies are not exactly unaligned with it. How does eugenics and COVID come together? Don't understand that. I will hammer David on camera if someone else says happy birthday to me. It's so tempting, isn't it, Wolf Pup? Isn't it just so tempting to start singing happy birthday? But I won't, because why would you think it was Cal's birthday today? Cal, are you saying it's your birthday today? Is that what you're saying? Oh my gosh. Well, happy birthday. Okay, so hello, Cal. It's been way, 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 way too long. Why isn't Cal playing D&D with us? That's what I want to know. Why isn't Cal coming and playing adult D&D with us? Oh, she's doing her tech bagrump. Her tech bagrump icon. It is, yes, Cal's. Hello, the Nick. K McCabe. What's silly? Identifying if you have a disease is not itself eugenics. No, 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 not at all. No, I think there's nothing wrong with being able to test and find diseases. The question or genetic issues that could be fixed with gene therapy, that kind of stuff. But the idea that somehow there is a perfect human in our mind is worrisome. And again, I don't look. I'm being a little over dramatic when I say that I don't believe in IQ's tests. I just worry that in a way, I don't want to find out that I'm an idiot, because if I find out I'm an idiot, then I am not going to work as hard. In the back of my mind, I'm convinced I'm a complete genius. So I'm just going to keep with that in mind. And so I'm just going to keep reading stuff that's probably far beyond my understanding level. And I'm going to enjoy my curiosity. And I don't want an IQ to say I'm above or below what most people are. So for your information, David, someone is pretending to contact people on Facebook in your name on your page. Crap. And it's been a freaking nightmare. My wife's Instagram account got hacked. She answered a lovely, being my lovely wife, and people being evil. There was a direct message from one of her, one of the women that she's worked with in the past on a couple of films, and And she said, it was this little pleading direct message. It said, please, can you please fill this out for me? It would really help me out with work. If you could do it as soon as possible, that'd be amazing. And my wife was like, oh my God, well, I'm kind of busy, but I guess, okay, I'll fill this out for her. And she's like, oh, that's weird. It didn't go anywhere. And of course, the other woman had been hacked. The link got her to log back into her Instagram account, and thus they stole all of her credentials. And there's actually YouTube videos on how to do that, which is
My God.
is amazing. If you like Wolfpup, if you look it up, you can actually come up with systems for that you can actually hack people's accounts, and there's all the information is right there for how to do it. Isn't that bizarre?
It is, because why are they putting that up there? Because people can like see it and hack them.
I know, isn't that weird?
Think.
I guess the idea is kind of like if the information's there, then it makes it more like if it's a secret that only bad people look up, then maybe the idea is that so that you and I will talk about it, and then other people will go like, oh my God, we got to be careful of that stuff. Let me see if I can find this guy. I think he's called, is it Network Chuck? I quite like him. He's a bit cheesy, but he's kind of fun cheesy. He does all these like hacking tutorials and all that kind of stuff. That's him. Yeah, there you go. I'll put him in the chat. I find him kind of fun because he does all sorts of hacking stuff, and I'm also using him right now because I have a new browser. I've got a new router that I'm playing with, which is probably why we'll crash. But this is Network Chuck is kind of fun. So Network Chuck actually has a let me see. Network Chuck has something on. I can't remember how to do it. Was it password hacking? I can't remember where it was. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find it. Hacked my wife's web browser. It's scary easy. Like that kind of stuff. Help. No. You know what? I might even have it in my, it's possible I might have it in my history. Let me have a look. I'm on the wrong system. Anyways, you should definitely check out Network Chuck. He's really good. Wolfpup, you'd love his stuff. Like it literally tells you how to be a complete hacker. The reality is you just don't want to do it. I think it's fantastically cool stuff to know how to do. I just don't think you should use it for evil, right?
Because actually, do you remember the thing that you sent me where it was like the cracking people's systems thing?
That was what were they called? Oh God, I can never remember. I always get their name wrong. Pen Tester Labs. Yeah, so much fun.
I looked at it, but for some reason, I did not use it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it depends. It's one of those things that's kind of like how do you get started? It was designed for like total grown-ups too, so it's not like it's not designed for us anyway. So,
like, how do you get people interested in that type of thing?
You want the lightsabers? Is that what you like?
We came down to say hi to you.
Oh yeah, no, totally came down to say hi to me. That's right.
Guys,
we got Iron Ham.
say hi to chat.
And do you have like a code name you go by?
I don't.
He literally.
Hi.
Let's just say 2 months.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee?
Yeah, that's
It's Spelling Bee and Ham. There you go. I'm not sure if they've been charged.
They haven't.
Have they not?
No, how do you charge them?
You plug them in.
Do we need a certain cable?
Yeah, actually, you could steal a couple of those if you want.
How what?
There's a couple of plugs at the back there. They're plugged into the robots. What happened to my camera?
Oh.
I guess I knocked my camera over.
What did happen to your camera?
My dog cam. Gotta make sure dog cam is properly set up. There you go.
They're not charged right now, but once they're charged, I'll show you them.
Yeah, they're kind of fun.
Sorry, we're coming down to say hi.
No, you're the best. Yeah,
This is
thanks so
okay.
much for coming
So
by and saying hi.
This
What
is
happened to
my
Bag of
dad.
Chips? Is he gone?
My dad. No, he's still here.
Oh.
Max likes lightsabers more. Oh, there's the bag of chips.
Yeah, Anima confuses like, hey, where's Bag of Chips?
Um.
Hey, we're streaming, by the way. Hope you're okay with that. Yeah.
Um.
Oh, I can't. I don't think we. Oh, there you go.
My dad does this. He's like his what is it then? What would we call it? Explain TechBandits.
Hello, chat.
Explain
business
You explain
card.
TechBandits. What is
No,
TechBandits?
you explain TechBandits, Dad.
It's like we just hang out and talk about
You're
like tech stuff.
Right in the middle of the camera right now.
Yeah.
You're the focus.
Talk about tech
Center
stuff.
focus.
Yeah.
Say that. You got this. You got this.
There you go.
Dad, explain TechBandits.
It's just hanging out online and talking about tech stuff. Like we're talking about computers, talking about.
So it's like a group of.
So like today we're talking.
Yeah, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about. Well, we did a whole bunch of stuff on COVID tests because Wolf Pup's got COVID, and is locked in his room. Yeah. So Wolf Pup's got COVID, so we looked into some PCR test stuff. Then we were talking about the crypto hack, $650 million.
It might be TOS.
What?
Shirt's not going to be TOS.
You got TOS. You got a TOS shirt?
Girl.
Oh my God.
It's not TOS.
Well, thank you for being so modest. I feel like it's a lineup. It's like sort of which one of these guys assaulted you? It's got like it looks like a.
It's
It
him.
was him.
It was him.
You're the worst criminal ever. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. We'll
Spelling
get
bee
anyway.
is the worst.
Tell
Is
us
the
some
worst criminal.
Tell us some things at church. Oh,
Tell you what?
we might be here for a while.
Why is that? Because. Oh, all right. Because doggy cam.
We can leave.
Ah, there we go.
Soldiers out. Oh, walking stick.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for coming by. Feel free to have a dog if you want him. Her, whatever. No, sorry. You know I didn't mean it. Don't look at me like that. Belly rubs. Okay. I love how dedicated Wolf Pup is to Tech Bandits. Even joins when he has COVID. Yeah, no kidding. What are you doing, Wolf Pup? Why are you joining us while you have COVID? Shouldn't you be like having fun?
I am. I'm not allowed to play on the Switch during the week.
You're not allowed to. Oh, so you get to play all week.
No, I'm not allowed for some reason.
Oh, you're not allowed. Oh, well, so now's the time you do your pen testing stuff. Oh, apparently Matthias 616 does pen testing and red teaming for a living. Oh man, I'm so jealous. That'd be so much fun. I wish I knew more about this stuff. I've just started playing with this PF Sense router, and thus being the me that I am, it's not enough for me to know how the PF Sense router works. Oh, I lost the dog. Damn it, dog's gone. Now my dog cam doesn't know what to focus on. Let me go back up here. Have a nice shot. Oh, look at it. Lovely outside, except for the garbage lid that got blown. Oops, that got blown here. Let me put that there. Is that going to work? It's a bit crooked. There we go. How does that work? That is the worst shot. Okay, that's at rat level. All right, let's do this. Let's try this, do this, and then do that. How's that? Is that better? At all? A little bit. You get a sense, a soupçon of Stargate. Someone's saying that I've got
David?
a job again. Yes.
I need to ask you for a question, and it's about my game. Pick
Okay.
a number between 1 and 63
62.
in Snow.
In what?
I'm in Super Smash Bros. You picked Incineroar.
Ooh, Incineroar is good. Yeah, that's a good one. From dog cam to the most poorly angled, dirty window cam. Perfect. Look, you know what, Cal? There's been a lot of rain, even just today. I can go and clean the window now if you want. No, I can't. I have no paper towel. We're out of paper towel here. We ran out of paper towel. It sucks. I guess I could get a rag and clean it up. Now you got me all. Now I feel guilty. Okay. This is such a nice slice of normal, isn't it, McCabe? How you feeling, McCabe, by the way? A lot of people like PF Sense. I'm not a big fan of it. Prefer Linux-based distros. Well, I thought PF Sense was a Linux-based distro. Isn't it like based on it's based on some Linux distribution, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. It looks fine. Why would I go and change it? I would mind you being off camera and cleaning, but everyone else would miss you. Oh, I see a dog. We still have a dog cam. Wait a sec. There you go. There's still a little bit of dog cam left. Look at that. Now we got the best of all worlds. In the event horizon inside the Stargate. Yes, indeed. PF Sends runs on BSD. That's it. I knew it was something, Hank. Jarlon von Barf. Jarl von Barf. I like that name. PF Sense. Yes. If you clean that window, I'll feel bad about mine, so please don't. Okay, Anima confused. You see? There you go. She loves to sleep. You know why she loves to sleep? Captain Catherine? That doesn't happen naturally. That is hard work on the part of the master here. I walked that dog for a good hour and a bit this morning, so she is good and worn out, as am I. Raging Pixel says, what am I talking about? What do you mean? That is not a window. That is a window. What do you want? That's a force field. Yeah, exactly. That's an event horizon. Okay, so K McCabe's out of the hospital for a few days. Good. That's always a good sign. What else we got going? Got to get her sleepy for the puppy cam. It's true. That's it. I don't want her bouncing around. It was like having a kangaroo in here. Okay, so I just want to talk. Okay, the Pentester Lab thing. Yeah, that's something. I'll tell you, Wolf Pup. If you got something you want to do, oh, you know what, Wolf Pup. There's another thing you should look into. If you want to start a business over the summer, the government will give you money to do it. Like if you wanted to start like a summer business, like the government will give you like $7,000 or something to start your own business. I thought that was kind of cool. They were like trying to get kids into business, and I just thought, wow, what a cool opportunity to be able to like do. I don't know, you could sell Pokemon cards or just do something kind of fun. And then I thought maybe I could, if someone had a good idea for a business, maybe I could use Tech Bandits money and we could invest in that. We could have like a Tech Bandits thing. Here's what I'd like to do. Is that just the camera? Can't pick up the event horizon due to lack of FPS? Yeah, exactly. It's just that the event horizon is just moving too fast. Can you start a
Magic
crypto
words?
mining business? There you go. You can start a crypto mining business. What would you do if you were going to start a business, Wolfpup?
Gaming.
Oh, that's cool. So what would you do? Like in what kind of a gaming? How would you make money if you were to pitch that to the government and your parents? How would you pitch a gaming business to a government and your parents?
They would pay money to watch me play games of their choice.
And how does that differ from like any other streamer? Do you like this table, by the way, that has wheels so I can move it around wherever I want? I put everything in my basement on wheels. Oh, except this desk. Shoot. Damn it. I need to get more wheels. But I put that on wheels. That's on wheels. That's on wheels. That's not on wheels. Everything out there is on wheels. I have all my Magic the Gathering cards are in like a cabinet that's on wheels. I can wheel around. It's so great. Okay, so a gaming business. What kind of a gaming business? Come on, there's got to be something you could do that's gaming related. So you would play video games and people would pay you to do that? Why would they do that? Why would people pay you? You mean like as a streamer? Just like a regular streamer?
Yeah, but like, I don't know. That's what I want to be.
Right, so you want to be a streamer. I'm just wondering how you could pitch that as a business so that they'd give you $7,000 to do it. What about this? What if you started a gaming streamer consulting service so that you show people how to do streaming online, and then you could get the money to set yourself up with like a nice camera and a computer and a microphone and stuff? What about that? Think that would work? I wonder what they require. Let me see if there's. And I don't even know whether it's just Ontario, whether it's New Brunswick, or what the deal is. Okay, what is it? I think it's like summer business camp kids. I hate using the term kids, but it's Biznovator. I don't think that was it. Is that it?
Did you just have a lot of trouble saying, I don't think that was it?
I don't think that was it. Youth about business. I think it would have to be Canada. I better make sure it's just Canada that we're talking about here. Okay. Inventor STEM School. No, that's just Children's Entrepreneurial Kit. Outschool, local host. No. Build a Biz. I can't remember what it was. Nope. Was that it? Global financial literacy and nope. This is it. I think I got it. Okay. How it works. Startup money to kick off a new summer business. Advice and mentorship from local business leaders to help you get your business up and running. How old are you? You cut out.
12.
You're 12? Damn it. Can't you pretend to be older? Okay. So you got to wait.
Wait 1 second. I need to go get a fake mustache. Be right back.
Yeah, if you get a fake mustache, that'd be perfect. So it's $3,000 you can get. I thought it was $7,000. But still, $3,000. $1,500 up front to help you with startup costs, and $1,500 when you successfully complete the program requirements. I don't know. I just think that's kind of cool. The question is, what do you have to do? There's some old guys on the stream with us now. You can hear his mustache rustling as he speaks. So you got to be 15 apparently. That sucks. Sorry, bud. I didn't realize that. First off, you seem much older than that. And secondly, they're idiots because I don't know why you'd have to wait until you're 15 to do that. It just seems like a stupid thing to do. All right, so screw the government. Sense. You come up with a good business plan, and we'll see if Tech Bandits can do it.
I just want to say the 15 thing kind of makes sense, though.
Why?
Because then, like, 7-year-olds would be making things just like, yes, we're making a business called Fortnite 2.
Yeah, but think about it. If you look at, like, I mean, I put the link in the thing, but if you look at it and see what it requires, so what's eligible? You got to be high school, college, university, live in Ontario. Damn it! This is the worst. You're the worst person to be talking to about this. But there's got to be something in New Brunswick as well, isn't there? Let's look it up. Let's see if there's a New Brunswick one as well, or something similar. So New Brunswick summer business camp. There you go. You don't have to go anywhere. I think it's just like, here we go. 22 summer what? University of New Brunswick. I guess you could do that. Day 10 academic camp. You don't want to go to academic camp. You might learn something by accident. Business camp for high school students, but it's so weird. It only seems to be like a. All right, I'll have to look and see if there's anything else. If anyone else has got anything for them, then let me know. But the other thing is, there's a lot of camps that they say is for leaders. But I was like, how many people can there be in a camp for leaders? How many leaders can you have in a camp? It just seems kind of weird to me. Learn Unity, learn Android, build your own app games, make it a cash hop equals profit. So Raging Pixel's already got the business plan worked out. How old are you, Raging Pixel? Should we fund you? It's true. If you could make a video game, holy crap, that would be pretty. Oh, what if you learn how to make a video game and you record it and you stream it? Then you're getting people watching you doing it, and you get a game at the end of it.
Do that.
Because my only problem with watching someone play video games is there's just a lot of people who do that. I feel like you've got to be more niche somehow. You got to have like a specific niche for what you're gonna do that's gonna get people interested and get them to watch on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Raging Pixel says you're 25, but that's just because you forget how old I really am. I'm with you, Raging Pixel. Inside, I'm like I'm too young to do this program too, but on the outside, unfortunately, I'm too old to move. And target audience. What do you mean, Cal? What do you mean by target audience? My problem is I always have a million ideas. But if you've got plans without actions, they're just dreams, right? You need to be able to put something into action. So, all right. So if you want to become like, are there any streamers who you're like, I want to be like that person? Who do you like in the streaming world that you're like, that's who I want to be when I grow up type thing? Not when I grow up, but you know what I mean? I say that.
Smitty.
Smithy?
Smitty.
Smitty. Oh, you like Smitty. Isn't he like that kind of like that big guy with the mustache type thing? No. Is he the one who has seven in his name?
Yeah.
Do you see him? Or he's just a voice?
Just a voice.
Interesting. So you would just do a voice?
At the start, I would do, most likely. I don't know.
And how does he make money? He's got how many subscribers? So his main channel is 4.6 million subscribers. Wow. Oh, he's smart. He does best of videos. That's really smart because that's how you can get people in, right? You pick all the best parts. So you film all the time, right? So you record stuff all the time. And then you go through and you do like a montage of just all the cool stuff that happened in that period of time. So people watch that. They're like, oh my God, this is great. I can't wait to watch this guy live. And they watch you live because of that. That's pretty smart. All right. So you think
because all those are his fun moments.
Right.
But then on stream, it would just be like me loading into lobbies and all that.
Well, there's a bit of that, but that's when you just have to learn to talk, right? Isn't that it?
Yeah.
I mean, you just need to learn how to like narrate stuff as you go along. I mean, look, I totally understand. I would love to earn a living just by playing online as well. I just worry that because the cost of entry is so low to that, like it's just so easy and there's so many people who want to do this kind of stuff. I think it's got to be really, really hard to get started. Like, I feel like if you had a very specific thing you did, even if it was just one specific game, and you were the person who knew everything about that, like, one game, maybe, but that's probably not that exciting for you, though, right? Because it's still something you've also got to do all the time, right? Oh, where is Gimpy G? Oh, no. Gimpy G's in a bad mood. Damn it. Gimpy G's in a bad mood. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow, and then by the end of it, I'm going to be in a bad mood too. Or he'll be in a really good mood. One of the two. We'll figure it out. You're not focusing on the game. You're focusing on making it entertaining for viewers. That's interesting. That is a good point. I find it very hard to play games and stream because I feel the need to. I feel like, oh, I should be looking at the stream chat. Cal's going to make a joke about how I never do, anyways. Or I should be saying who's subscribed when I what I've missed and stuff. Oh, by the way, Cal, just before you get mad at me for missing everything, I switched back to OBS, just regular OBS, whatever it's called, OBS Studio, or what's it called? OBS, is that what it is? Just regular OBS instead of OBS Studio. Oh, here you go. Catamilla. Catamilia85. Well, thank you for chatting for the first time. Very much appreciated. Bite me, I'm clinging on 8 Gimpy G. I'm sad to say, apparently. Streaming gaming is not hard to get into. The hard part is you actually have to take it as a job and you have to be able to focus on the chat, etc. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, everybody, if anyone's let's all cheer up Gimpy G by going to his GoFundMe page. Does that work? There you go. Let's all go. So I've just put it in the Nightbot. The Nightbot will point you at the GoFundMe page for Gimpy G. Gimpy G is still out of a house because he burned it down. He didn't burn it down because it burned down around him, and he's very, very lucky to be alive. But at the same time, he's had a pretty rough go at it. So if anyone's got some extra change rattling around that they don't know what to do with because they've earned too much money streaming, go and throw it at Gimpy G, or at the very least, go and check out his page, find out what he's up to, and maybe give him a follow. Actually, if you can give him a follow, that'd be great too, because the more people we can get on his channel when he is able to actually come back to it, that'd be amazing too. So, all right, that page has been stuck at 30K for months now. It's like he needs to reset it to 0 and say, we got to get to 30K or something. Yeah, it's been around for a while. Honestly, I think one of the best things you could do for him would be to subscribe to his YouTube channel, even though he's not streaming just yet, or not even subscribe. Just follow his YouTube channel. That would also be great. Is there an exclamation mark shortcut for that too, Cal? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, because 30K literally just replaces 30K. It would be difficult to replace the car or the van that was set up so that he could move around. So he has a van that they can, with a lift and stuff, that he can actually be driven around in a certain amount of comfort, or at least, no, not even comfort. He can be driven around in this van because the van is being configured to do that. Without it, he's stuck at home. And that's I think it's a big part of his mood, I'm sure, is the fact that he's just, he's sharing a house with his entire family, and he's got no privacy. And they're a lovely bunch, but still, a lot to deal with. So, anyways, what is that, Cal? What is that little channel that you've just sent me? Should I click on it, or is that am I gonna get?
G. Yeah, it's Gimpy G.
Oh, that's Gimpy G's channel. Oh, great. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, great. Okay, it's just a weird looking link. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Cal, for being so intuitive with that link. That's great. That really made it very obvious to everyone that that's the link that they should follow. You're the best. And then while you're at it, everyone should go and follow Cal too, because it's her birthday today. So what else do I have to tell you? Yeah, so the streaming thing. All right. Riddle me this, Wolf Pup. Does it have to be gaming? Is there nothing else? What about making fingerboards or something? What about just filming that or something?
really kind of want to do that, but like, really, all it is putting trucks on
Hmm.
because I'm not making the
Do
fully
you put
thing. It's
stickers
just like,
on?
no, I put the things the wheels go on.
Hmm.
They're called trucks,
Right.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
think.
Yeah. That. I think so. I have a skateboard somewhere. I stopped doing it because if I fall now, I will break into lots of pieces like I made out of glass. Um. So. Oh yeah. See, Cal says it's not her birthday, but it's her birthday. So. Hey, Anya, 612.
I just need to quickly say something that
Yeah.
will help with Cal's problem.
Okay. What's that?
If you tell David when your birthday is, then he'll stop guessing.
No, no, because she tells me and I miss it anyways. Like I'm terrible. I suck. I suck at birthdays. I've never been good at birthdays. You know why? Because I don't care. I mean, I care about Cal. I just don't care
And
about
he needs
birthdays in general. I don't care about my own birthday. My
a
own birthday seems like
message
a waste of time.
every day in caps saying, "My birthday is April 16th." I don't think that's.
Hey, who's April
If I just,
16th?
I don't know, I just guessed her birthday if I did.
That'd be neat though because I'm on the 18th. Yeah. Sorry, Anya. I see. It's like it's an ongoing thing that drives Cal crazy, and I think it's really important for your best and most wonderful friend and moderator to make their life as miserable as possible while they're moderating. So that's why I insist on saying that it's Cal's birthday every day. I don't care either. That's why this happy birthday is torture, and he knows it. Don't help him. Exactly. Always troll the mods. Exactly. Comic Age Comics. I mean, Comic Age Clothing. Comic Age Comics would be a little bit like a bit of a redundant department of redundancy. All right, you are sort of famous. I am. So in theory, you should have more viewers than the average. And if you can get the viewers, why is a 12-year-old supposed to? How is a 12? Well, that's interesting, Raging Pixel. I am shameful about this stuff because I think because I just don't. I do this because I like doing it. I'm not too worried about it as a business. I probably should. I surely should be. But I do this because frankly, I just love doing it. And the Tech Bandit stuff I do because I'm curious about what's going on in the world, and I know there's a few Tech Bandits, at least a Wolf Pup, who is certainly interested in what's going on in the world. So I just want to stay. I just want to maintain. I want to remain slightly connected to this world and see what's going on. I don't want to become too out of touch like all those Hollywood movie stars on Oscars. All right. Thank you, Scramlink. That's very nice of you. I'm wearing a hat, glasses, and I'm in disguise. So that's why I look reasonably alive at this point. My family's totally fussing over birthdays. So glad I live in another country now. Yeah, my family gets pretty worked up about birthdays too. And God. David, what are your thoughts on the rumor that Brad Wright's new Stargate pilot is going to be pitched next week to Amazon now when Amazon has acquired MGM? Look, I mean, Tarmo 84, I would love that to happen. I think it's fantastic. I've always maintained that there was another Stargate out there somewhere, but it's just a matter of when it's going to happen and what it's going to be like. If Brad Wright's doing it, it'll probably be pretty great. But it's been too damn long. For me, they're going to have to wheel me out in a wheelchair or I'll come in like on a walker or something. I'll be the old crotchety guy who just, I'll be like the Father Ted of Stargate by the time they actually do this. So. To be fair, David's stream isn't catering to his status as an actor. It's more tech stuff and things. Well, that's funny, Cal. Lovely Cal for defending me. Yes, if I were to write the word Stargate in every title, I'm sure we'd have a lot more people in here. And I am always happy to talk about Stargate within reason. But yes, the reason for these tech banditry sessions is because I'm interested in talking to people much younger than myself, and in some cases the same age in the chat, basically, about tech and stuff. So I sort of think it's important. So in fact, it's one of those things I was going to ask about. So Wolf Pup, we got to get some more. We got to get some new tech bandits in here because all of my tech bandits they're getting too old. Like, look at you, you're like an old man now. And like Ham and Bag of Chips and everything, they're getting to that age where they've got their own streams to worry about. So I've got to somehow get the word out, to parents or something that if they want their kids to chat about this stuff with me, I guess it doesn't have to be with me. It could be with you. But I was thinking about maybe like going to like maybe I don't know. I hate saying it. Maybe going to the Facebook and like looking up some education channels and stuff and see if maybe there's anyone who's looking for parenting channels or something to see if there's anyone who's got kids who might be interested in this stuff. I don't know. You don't think I should go to?
Say, I can recruit.
You're going to be a recruiter?
Yeah, I'm a child.
How do you
middle
recruit?
school.
What's you going to get everyone? Oh, you get everyone in New Brunswick to join. That's perfect. How many people are there in New Brunswick? That'd be a good number.
Many.
Many. Very good.
Oh, I don't know.
It's hard to build an audience on Twitch. Twitch has terrible discovery, if that makes sense. If I was advising someone like our friend Wolfpup here, I would say it would almost be better to find another platform that you could do as well as Twitch. Like, I would say if you could do short vids on YouTube, the pickup on that stuff is amazing. Like I think that's quite successful. Also TikTok. I mean TikTok, once you've got your niche, they're very, very good at narrowing things down for you. I mean, you have no interest in that. You just want to be just a Twitch streamer. That's your goal, right?
Twitch and YouTube. I do not want to do TikTok at all.
Yeah. Well, okay, so if you were doing Twitch and YouTube, then my suggestion would be you could do your live streams and then just pull a few fun bits out of it and put up a YouTube short. And then you can archive the videos on YouTube as well, so they could be available in full for people as well. But that's what I would suggest, because I think you'll find YouTube is much, much better at drilling down and finding things for people, right? And also those short videos, for some reason, I think their algorithm is such that they're pushing those videos. They want to be the new TikTok, right? So they're pushing these 1-minute videos. I did a couple of them just to try them out, and generally the numbers are I mean, they're not. I mean, I don't do enough promotion or anything, but my numbers were probably close to a good 25 to 30 to 40% higher having done the 1-minute ones than anything else, which is kind of interesting. Oh my God! You know what I've watched? Wolfpup. Have you watched Moon Knight yet?
Oh no, I'm watching that with my dad when I'm no longer COVID. No spoilers.
No
I don't
spoilers
know
at all.
anything.
In fact, I'm not going to say anything. I am very curious to hear what you say about it. I'm curious to know what your dad feels about it. Yeah, can't you watch it in simulcast? Like you guys both watch it in different rooms and then shout through the door about what you like and don't like about it?
He's in the basement. I'm in my room.
How far away is the room?
We have 3 layers: basement, middle floor, and up.
And you're
I'm in the up.
You're in the up, so you guys are literally up. So it's like me and Jane, or Jane and I is probably the way. But like Jane's on the top floor, I'm on the basement. I'm in the basement. All right, what do we got here? Okay, so let me see. In fact, for me, the difference is YouTube means you talk to the camera. Twitch means you talk to the chat. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that is an interesting distinction. Ank, that's really good. That's a really good point. If only YouTube won over Amazon on buying Twitch, oh well, what could have been? Well, I mean, look, maybe they'll get better at discoverability, but I just find the discoverability on Twitch like impossible. I can't, you know. K McCabe is stunningly bandwidth challenged. That's fine. So as long as you're part of the chat, though. I mean, honestly, the chats. I really want to try this Twitch thing, this Twitter thing. But I don't even know how to like. I don't even know how to. Should we try a live one now? Should I try going live on? Oops, Jane's asking me things. Wait a sec. Let me do. Yep. Let me do this. I'm gonna copy this. Copy the code. Send it to Jane. Jane needs a code. Sending it now. Here we go. Pasting it. Going. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there's this Twitter, this like live Twitter thing, which I thought was kind of interesting. No, I don't want notifications. I just thought that could be kind of neat to try out too, because that's a whole new platform for me. And I used to really like Twitter. I've got to say I'm beginning to have trouble with Twitter. Twitch chat is IRC. Really, by the way, Twitch uses the IRC protocol. Yeah, I did a little bit of playing with programming for the robots. The robots, what are they called? The bots. So yeah,
The bots are
the bots. Guardians of Justice has a huge in-show social media presence, and one of the main narrators is like a 15-year-old with his own web show. We could copy that and make Wolf the host. There you go, Raging Pixel. What is Guardians of Justice? I've never even heard of it.
It feels weird seeing people typing wolf correctly.
Oh, really? Because you're like Wolf.
Yeah.
Normally you were spelled with a U, weren't you, or something like that?
Yeah.
What does Cave Cave miss? Oh, I see. Because you can't watch the video. It's on Netflix. Okay,
I
well, I'll
think
check that out. Thank you, Raging Pixel. What's it called? It's called Guardians of Justice. All right, I'm looking it up.
I've convinced my brain that's how wolf is spelt by accident.
It is now.
So whenever
That's how you
I
spell your
see
name.
people, so whenever I see people spell it WOLF, I'm like, hey, that's not how you spell it. And I'm like, wait, no, I spell it wrong.
Oh my God, Jane Seymour's in it. How wild is that? Okay, so I'll have to check that out. That's good to know. Another thing on my list of things that I should be doing. See you, Cave Cave. Have fun. Okay, like Beowulf. Yeah, it is like Beowulf. What else we got here? Radio Pixel, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Twitch has already done that. I think I've caught up on that. Cal, has anyone made a documentary on streaming video games and what it takes to make it? That's a business idea. Yeah, Cal, you should talk about that. I mean, I did a podcast Bandits the other day, well, a while back now, with the Salty Nerds. And by the way, I'm talking to Salty Nerds about Cube in a few days or a couple days, something like that. Yeah, Vincenzo and myself, maybe even Andre, who's the co-writer. It's possible we could all three of us be talking about Cube the beginning of next week, I think, which would be just great. I love those guys. So making a documentary on streaming video games. I'll tell you, Cal, there's a lot of like YouTube videos about how to get started in streaming and stuff. And I've actually watched a lot of them because I'm very curious about it. Not even so much for myself as being able to sort of pass stuff on to people like Wolfpup in the hopes that they can get. Like if there was a way that I could, I mean, I wish that Tech Bandits had a bigger audience so that I could go, okay, great, Wolfpup, you want to do some streaming? Here's an audience type thing. You know what I mean? Or like talk through how one does that as a business and stuff. Are there any people do you watch any YouTubers that talk about how they do what they do, or Twitch streamers that talk about doing what they do?
Really, actually.
There was one guy who used to be, I mean, I don't know what he's like anymore. Is he Alpha Gaming? I think I've represented him. I think I've mentioned him before. I think he was Alpha Gaming. He sort of got into music. He had a channel. He feels like he let it go, and then he came back again and did this whole sort of music thing. Although, oh my God, look at that. He doesn't have as many people as I thought he had subscribed, but 632,000 subscribers. Still pretty
That's
damn.
a lot.
I was going to say it's pretty damn good, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Okay, first time chat from Valkyrie Rocket says, Tech Banditry, I eat your pie talks a lot about building your Twitch stream. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. I will check that out. I much appreciate that. I ate your pie.
You're supposed to say that.
Hmm?
You had to think so hard if that was appropriate to say.
I know. Did you see me going like, am I allowed to say this? Am I saying something that's wrong? It's so true. You can read my mind. Really? So this guy talks about, he's got a lot of gaming videos, that's for sure. Okay, I have to check him out too. Very good. See, this is what I love. This is why, I'll tell you, what is Tech Bandits for me? Tech Bandits is me learning stuff from other people. That's what I like about it. Audience size went way down on YouTube because much of his community was gained through friends bringing their community in raids. It's soffits, jump platforms, and YouTube chat is not much fun. I know the chat's not so good for some reason, isn't it? Yeah, the hesitancy. Captain Catherine saw it as well. That's too funny. Well, whenever I see first-time chat, so many times I found myself saying things and going like, oh, man, Cal's going to get mad at me for saying that. I can recommend gaming careers on YouTube as well. Okay, I'm looking at that. Gaming careers. What I'll do, gaming careers on YouTube. There you go. What I'll do, Wolfpup, is I can put links to all of these in Discord for you if you want, so you can check them out, or I can check them out and see if they're any good. And if they're any good, then I'll say, hey, check them out. Okay, so
Do start
what's that?
streaming, I will be kind of when I do start streaming, I will be kind of stealing your audience.
Well, that's fine. That's what you should do. I
'Cause
mean, what you're gonna do is you got to time it so that you start streaming just after I stop, so that I can raid you every day. Right? That's what I used to do with Baz every so often, was just like raid him. Although the funny thing about Baz is that now that he can stream, he doesn't. I don't feel like he wants to as much, and I think because it does, I think it takes some of the enjoyment out of the gaming for him, if that makes sense. He has a number of his friends who he likes to play with together, and I think the idea that they would stream that makes that somehow takes away the interest there. I know if I was Baz, I'm not Baz. If I was myself at Baz's age, I'd be all over streaming. I would absolutely. But I don't think I would be doing gaming because I don't think I'm good enough at gaming. I also get motion sickness. But I think what I would probably do is make videos. Well, I'd probably do something like this, but I would actually, like try to make more stuff probably would be my
I
goal.
I have a fun story about motion sickness.
You did? You found a story on it?
Yeah, no, it's my story. Like the second day I got
Mm.
COVID, I had it really bad. Like I couldn't move without feeling nauseous or anything.
Oh, really?
It was on the weekend, so I was playing video games. I started feeling motion sickness just from
In the
playing
video
games.
game? Oh, look out. You don't want long COVID that does that.
But the weird thing is, it wasn't like it was motion sickness for a little bit, and then a while after, it just started being I could not concentrate on the game.
Hmm. Yeah, that
Like
makes sense.
I was playing Thief Simulator, and I just could not play the game anymore.
That's the problem. Well, that's when you're sick. I mean, obviously, but you don't have that anymore, do you?
No, I'm playing a game right now, and I'm completely fine.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Because there's nothing. I tell you, it drives me crazy because I get motion sickness, always have, and so one of my loves is video games. I can't play most of them because I just get sick, and especially now, I've got medication now that gives me vertigo, and it's awful. Not all the time, but it's just a mild, little tiny bit. Then when I start playing, it's like forget it. I can get sick scrolling through, scrolling through Netflix videos. I don't know why Cal would say you can even make being bad at video games a niche with people will want to watch, because I don't know why she'd
Yeah.
say that to me, because I'm such a professional game player, and I save her life all the time in Fortnite, or used to.
If you're bad enough at the game, people will watch you and laugh at you.
Really? Oh God, it's so
Yeah.
true. That cold sweat you get. Oh God, yeah. Oh, yeah. I get the cold and the hot, and I get the eyes hurt. And I've been watching this great show. I don't know if it's a great show. It's cotton candy for my brain. Called Alone. I think it's called Alone. It's on the History Channel. It's just like people who get put in the middle of nowhere and they have to like survive.
Oh
But
yeah.
but because they have to film themselves, they move the camera around a lot. So I got motion sickness and that. I ended up having to I was watching it on my iPad. I put my iPad at the bottom of my feet, so I'd have to look at it from far enough away. So I didn't. The hope was that I would not get as sick when I was doing that. So first time chat again. The Einsoff. The Einsoff. I gotta be careful. I gotta say things first, and then it says, "Hello there." That sounds safe. Hello, Einsoff. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for having the bravery to actually speak up as a first-time chatter. Please, everyone, welcome all of our new people. By the way, Mr. Cedries. Hello to you too. It occurs to me that I forgot to send my other little invite. I was supposed to invite people to come and join us. But of course, as always, my Facebook, it takes so long to load now. It's kind of ridiculous. Actually, it's totally ridiculous. All right, here am I. There I be. This is be what I've posted. There you go. See what I've posted. Here we go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut and paste that, so I just do a repeat on there.
I'm going live streaming on Facebook. I'm
You gonna-
curious on that.
You do Facebook? Are you a Facebook? Do you actually use Facebook?
No, I'm Triple H.
It's more sort of automated for me. I use it just to sort of. I usually just like cut and paste what's already been posted.
Just
1 second. I think I need to add. I hate the way it does that. Blah blah. Oops. Let's see. HTTPS. colon, and then 2 of those. Okay, done. That should do me. There you go. I realized that I always forget to post to the Instagram and the Facebook side of stuff because I just Twitter is I feel more at home on Twitter. Facebook and stuff I just feel old and confused. The therapist streamer I watch is good friends with both semi-large gaming streamers and music streamers. How I learned about the stream, in fact. Interesting. That's a good one. Might got lost earlier, but since we talked about video games earlier, can I get your verbal approval to create a demo using you, David, as the main character? Because I got an idea that I just really want to do, just for the lulz. That sounds amazing, Raging Pixel. I don't know. I mean, as long as it's incredibly flattering rendition of myself, I'm sure you're welcome to do whatever you want. The problem, of course, is that I don't own my Stargate character, so it can't be McKay. McKay is owned by MGM and Let Me Trust You, or now Amazon. And let me just say that MGM have a lot of lawyers that they like to throw at people. Hello, new peeps. It's me, First Time Chat 2. Very good to see you, Anaya 612. First Time Chat, big fan. I remember my Xbox Live handle was XXSGA McKay XX for like 8 years. Very good choice. Thank you for your cheers, by the way. I think that means something. Something good. Well, welcome. Strutson.
Thank you for your cheers.
Thank you for your cheers. What are they cheers? Are they cheers? They're bits? What are they? They're cheer bits or something.
Bits. Yeah. I thought you said thank you for your tears, so I was confused.
Yeah, first time, yeah. Save your tears for another day. See, Cal loves it when I sing. She says I should sing more on the stream. Yes. She also says that first time bits, so kind. It's very true, Cal. That was very, very nice of them. Who was it again? It was Strutson. Thank you very much, Strutson. Very much appreciated. Okay, I know Aquatic Alice. I should know this, shouldn't I? That 100 bits is $1. Right. Is Wizix? That's $3. Holy moly. I've been using McKay's password for a while. Ha ha! Have you? Hey, I just realized the Big Finish made a few Stargate audios. Were you in them? I did not do any of the Big Finish audios. I did not. Yeah, it's one of those things that the idea of doing a whole book seems like a lot. Like a nonfiction, I'd love to do. I'd love to do like a science book or something like that because I actually learn something while I'm doing it. But okay, I wish Twitch let you keep more of the money. I don't even know what they keep. PG Wipeout. Speaking of networking, it's gigabit time. What is that? That's 1,000. I think that's 1,000 bits. Is that 1,000 bits?
Yeah, that is 10.
Holy moly, PG Wipeout. Thank you very much. Twitch's percentage share is crazy. 50%? They keep 50%? Wow. Facebook Dude is still trying to sell me on your VIP fan club, stringing him on for an hour now. What? They want you to pay for a VIP fan club? Is that what it is? Really? That's interesting. I have a TARDIS. There's one right up. Oh, I have to go up a little bit more. There's a TARDIS just up there. Top shelf by Darth Vader. There's a TARDIS up there. You can see it right up. I can't lift my arms, Wolf, up because they hurt so much.
2.
There you go. Thought so. Okay. I believe he is a sub. A sub? I mean an affiliate. What? What am I? Patreon lets you keep most of the money. I'm so bad about Patreon. I've got to figure something out with Patreon because I feel like I don't have anything to offer people on Patreon. They're so nice. They give me money on a monthly basis to help out with the Tech Bandits, but I guess they get this, I suppose. They make it possible, I suppose, in the money. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you, Patreon. I appreciate it. I really do. Definitely much better to use a donation bar. Oh, really? What's a donation bar? You mean like actually like a little bar that says please donate type thing? Does Facebook have a verified status like Twitter? It does, but it's kind of, they're all so feeble. You know what I mean? 1977 All Out, or probably Fallout. Just subscribe. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you for your 5 months. Ooh, Subway. Bite me, I'm clean. I just mentioned Subway and now I'm hungry. Damn it. Yes, Cal. Already thanked. So slow. It's really crazy. Okay, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. So no one's that interested in the fact that there was a giant crypto hack worth $650 million and that it's like the largest crypto heist ever. No one cares about that? Is there no one cares? No, not worried.
It's kind of just, yeah.
How does the chat feel about that? Is that, Crypto hack. What were they called? I can't remember the name of the company that got hacked, or the thing that was hacked. Is it like Radian or something, or what was it? Which one was it? I can't remember now. What was the heist? Go for Fluffernut. I've got the coins. I was gonna try to like each one. I wanted to have like a little. I wanted them each. I mean, as always, I overthought the process and made it too much work for myself. My thought was I'll take each coin, put it on the CNC, cut a little number into it. They could each have a number, and then we could create little NFTs like for the coin. So there'd be like a real coin. So there's actually, you get something for your money. But then the fun techie side of it would be like an NFT attached to it as well. That was the idea. I'm now wondering if maybe I should just sell the coins, because I've got 200. Well, no, it's actually, I think it's like 150 coins, and I should probably start selling them. But even that, I have to figure out a shop, and anyways, they're like challenge coins. Exactly. I just thought I could just go around geocaching and leaving them all over the place. Then maybe I would just do that. But as Jane says, it would be good to not just spend money. Okay. What do people pay for challenge coins? That's a good question. What does one charge for what would one charge for a Tech Bandits coin? I have no sense. Strutson, holy moly. Thank you very much. You have a great day too. You enjoy your Netflix, indeed. What did I just watch on Netflix that I really liked? Oh no, it was on Disney. Never mind. It was the Moon Knight thing. It'd be good to not just spend money. Yeah, exactly. That's Jane's. Jane trying to get me to sort of work on that. Go for Fluffer says Ronan. What's going on? Donations, Patreon, Twitch bits. What? What was the heist? Yes, the heist. The heist was challenge coins are $25 at Dragon Con. That sounds about right. Yeah, I think
David.
Yes.
You need to say it like you're briefing someone for the heist.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So, I got to find out what they were called, though. What's that? Hack. What did I say? 625 million? 25 million? I'll look it up, and then I can tell you about it. Was it Axie? Oh.
Should I quickly...
Thieves targeting Axie Infinity. We are a popular blockchain-based video game made off with 173,600 Ether tokens and $25 million in USDC, a type of stable coin that's pegged to the dollar. The theft occurred March 23rd. Oh my God. But it was announced on the 29th? Why would they... What? Shouldn't they mention that before? Holy crap. It was Okay, that's it. The Ronin chain. That's what it was. The Ronin chain. Okay, there was a website in particular that I liked the look of. It was like Block News or something. I think it was. Maybe it was. I think it was Block News. Was it Block News? Was this the one? Best block prices. Nope, that's not it. Damn it! It's always that. There's always. I can't remember what it was called. It was Block something or another. Where is my Raindrop.io? I've got links on that, don't I? Okay, let's look for crypto. Let's look for crypto on here. Crypto. Okay, crypto resources. Nope. Did I not save it? Oh, come on. I didn't save it. Dang it. Okay, there was okay, so but this hack. So Barron's will probably have a fairly good take on it. So the thieves targeted this like gaming, this like blockchain based video game company, and I guess that the company allowed different types of tokens. So you could have like an Ether token, you could have a USDC token, and the idea of USDC token is that basically they have their cryptocurrency is tied to the American dollar, so it tries to keep it stops it from jumping all over the place. I don't know exactly how it happened, but it's a play to earn game. I've never heard of it. Have you heard of Axie? Oh, wait a second. I just downloaded that. Oh, crap. Wait a second. I just downloaded Axie. I think it's a mobile game. Wait a second. Do I? Oh my God. I do. Axie Infinity. Oh, no, I didn't download it yet. I was looking it up. I didn't actually download it. I remember I looked into it because I was like, because you know why? Because that Crypto Stash guy recommended it the other day. And
weeks.
So in the game, you can earn money in the game. The only problem is that it sounds like they somehow managed to hack. They managed to hack the company, and the hack occurred on a blockchain bridge network called Ronin. It's kind of an irony there, which is used for transferring cryptos between the Ethereum network and Axie. So I guess basically it's a way of converting the money from one type of crypto to another. It's like I thought. Wow, that is kind of shocking. The hack is disconcerting, partly because of the size of the theft, but also because of how it transpired. Ronin is managed by just 9 computer nodes that validate transactions in the network. Okay, so they validate transactions. So basically, they check the ledger, they update the ledger, they make sure it's working. And typically, it takes a majority of nodes to form a consensus on the validity of a transaction. So in other words, there has to be more people saying that this is a valid transaction than not, enabling it to be recorded on the blockchain. In this case, the hackers gaining control of just 5 nodes did the trick. Wow. Interesting. Axie had said that they'd recruited an all-star cast of partners to secure the Ronin network, according to its foundational white paper. But the attackers still managed to hack the nodes, forge fake withdrawals. Wow. Okay, that is pretty shocking. So far, the biggest heist... Okay. The biggest one...
The Lester heist.
What was that?
It sounds like a Lester heist from Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, is it? But it sounds like it does sound like it sounds like a movie. It's like movie kind of money. Like it's like in a movie you'd see someone stealing $600 million. So they've stolen over $600 million. But here's the irony of all this. They know the account the money's in. So then what happens? Right? What do you do now?
Go to the government and be like, these guys stole from me.
Yeah, but the problem is that if you don't know who that account belongs to, the only time you can get them is when they try to take the money out of the account. So the crooks are now like, I've got $600 million that I can't get to. Right? Because as soon as they start taking the money out into the real world, then law enforcement's going to be all over them, right? But it sounds like they got away with a cool 10 million to start already. So if they've got 10 million bucks out already, they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves, even if the 600 million, stuck somewhere else.
If you are the guy who did the heist, get out of the chat because I'm saying away that they could get the money.
Oh, okay, go for it. So if the person who in fact did this heist, and they don't want to donate the proceeds to like TechBandits or anything, then you should get out of here because you're about to find out how to get your money out. Okay, go. What do you got? Wolf Pup, go for it. Fake mustache.
Technically, couldn't they just do an offshore thing? Just get out of the jurisdiction and send it.
Well, that's interesting because I just don't know who has jurisdiction on this. Like, I'm assuming that there are people from all over the world who've had their accounts hacked. So, in each one of those countries, I guess there must be some kind of a procedure for it. But that's an interesting question. So you're saying like go to like Switzerland or something or somewhere else. Go. The problem is as soon as you take that money out of the account, you've got to find some kind of like shadow bank or something. I know that there were hello Goat Mama. Goat Mama, that's a good name. Is that like the greatest of all time, Mama? I know that a lot of Bitcoin like not scammers, but people who were like using Bitcoin to do like terrible things. If you wanted to hire an assassin and you paid them in Bitcoin, the way they would get the money out is they would go to these exchanges and say like, okay, I'll give you 100 Bitcoin, but it's only going to cost you like half the price that Bitcoin normally costs. And so people go like, woohoo, sign me up. And they buy all that Bitcoin. And then for half the price, so that the people who stole it originally or who got it through illegal ways, they get half of the money, but at least they get money for it, and they get rid of this like tainted Bitcoin stuff. So, but I wonder if there are places in the world that. Well, I'll tell you where you could go right now to do that. Russia. because they're cut off from everybody now, right? Like nobody wants to do business with them. If you went there but of course then you'd have to get it in rubles. That wouldn't be much use. That'd be a lot of rubles. But or China. What about China? Do they care? They probably if there are countries who don't care about where this money came from, who are just happy to take the money, then maybe that's what they do. Or maybe it was a nation state that did it in the first place. That's possible too. Who's taking care and stopping by? What happened? Alyssa LG. How you doing? Gonna go to the doctor's office. Okay, well, don't let us stop you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for saying hello. And there you go. Goat Mama owes a lot to goats. Do you own a lot of goats, or you owe a lot to goats? I don't know that I owe goats that much. Random troll crypto coins probably worth more than the ruble at this point. Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Robux from the Roblox game is worth more than the ruble right now. Okay, this is why I don't trust crypto. Roto Network says that the hack started in November 2021 when Axie Infinity's user base swelled to an unsustainable size. The company said the influx of players caused immense user load, which forced it to loosen security procedures to cope with the increased demand. It says that things calmed down in December, but that it forgot to retighten its security, and the hackers took advantage of the back door and left it open. Wow. Hey, the Nick, where did you get that from? I'd love you to put a link in there of that, because that sounds like they've got a good coverage of it. Can I permit the Nick? Can I see if this works? Oh no, it's got that weird 7 in it. Why am I not able to? Why am I not able to have it auto complete? Is there something am I missing something? Oh, yeah, I guess I am now. There you go. All right. I've permitted you, Auto Nick, if you want to post a link to that article, that'd be great. Okay. Wow. I'm back and it's working. K McCabe. Fantastic. Frenchie. Hello from Rhode Island. Well, welcome. Yes, the Nick, I've given you permission to put the link in. Thank you very much. BBC Technology News. They're the best. Aren't they the best?
For a second, I just zoned out. For a second, I heard Rhode Island. Are we now talking about Family Guy?
No, but there's someone from Rhode Island here who wanted to say hello. And their name is, let's go have a look. Let's find out. What happened there? Why didn't that go? It's supposed to go to there. All right.
I did not.
Apparently the BBC is news that I can trust. Okay, so it was Frenchie 821 is from Rhode Island. That's why Rhode Island came up. What the hell? Jonah Lee 35 is 69 says hello from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Woohoo! That's close. That's closer to your neck of the woods, isn't it, Wolf Pup?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like next door or something.
There are a lot of new people today. What is the deal with that? What's going on with that? Why are there new people today? Oak Island. Oh, have you heard about Oak Island?
Yeah.
The mystery of Oak Island. I think there was actually.
You had to.
Oh. Yeah. You had to what?
To research that for French. Very weird.
It was like
because
sorry. Yeah.
I don't understand when I'm going to be talking to a French person and being like, Oak Island.
The Curse of Oak Island. I guess that's the name of the History Channel. Oh, History Channel. They're the same people who do the Alone stuff. I love Alone. I find Alone. It's crazy, creepy. All these guys are like, I'm gonna survive I'm gonna last there for 9 months. And like the first night, like a family of bears came by and camped out by a camp, and the guy's like, I'm done. I'm out. Me too, by the way. I'm like, I don't just play a coward on television. I am more than happy to be cowardly in real life as well. And if you put a bear by me, forget it. I would just freak me out. Or wolves. Another one had there were these wolves all up on the ridge on his first night. He's like, that's it. I'm going home. I don't want to get eaten by wolves.
Here's what you have to do to prevent yourself from a bear attack.
Gun.
Give it a hug.
Yeah, no, you go ahead. You go give that wolf a hug. You would not last 2 seconds. God, those things are wolves they generally don't attack people anyways, don't they?
According to cartoon logic, I would survive. If I gave it a hug, it would learn that people are nice. It would save humanity.
But first it would bite your face off. Apparently Oak Island is really good. MacX3D says that this Oak Island show is actually really good. Another first-time chat. What is going on? John Boy, 3184. It's Dr. Rodney McKay. Thanks for being me. Well, I'm just being David. But, you know, if you get little McKay bits in there every so often, usually when I'm being unpleasant. Don't forget to say happy birthday to Cal. Feed it a steak first. That's true. If you fed it steaks, you know. There was one guy, the guy who was freaking out about the wolves. He was, I think he was from Texas, and he says he's used to carrying a gun with him all the time. And he didn't like the fact that he couldn't bring a gun on this alone thing. You're allowed to bring 4 tools. I would have brought a gun. Like, if that's what counted, you know.
I would have brought a house, a Nintendo Switch, and a city.
You'd have lasted 2 minutes because there's no Wi-Fi out there. You'd have brought a house. I like that. That's good. What would you bring? What are my 4 items? A house, a boat, a helicopter, and a pizza. Done.
No, you would want to bring an infinite pizza.
Ooh. Well, there you go. So just bring a pizza oven and then all the supplies. Mac X3D is throwing a lot of lemons around. A lot of lemons. You're lucky I'm okay with that. And a sat phone. Yeah, they all have. Actually, Matthias, I think they all have sat phones because that's how they like when they need to tap out. They'll go like, okay, that's me. I gotta go. Like whenever you can't make it anymore, you dial them up on the sat phone and say, come and rescue me. This tiger is trying to eat me or whatever. Andy Maple Raccoon. Hey, someone's got raccoon in their name. They're gonna love it here. First time here as well, and Oak Island show is indeed interesting, but this is a fun stream. I like the variety of topics. Yeah, it's called ADHD, Andy Maple Raccoon. It's called Squirrel Stream because I just am never on topic for long. So if we given up on this, this crypto heist thing kind of freaks me out because I go like if a bank is robbed, there are things you can do, but if crypto's robbed, is there anything you can do? Do you have any recourse? I mean, I don't think you do you?
Oh. I thought my phone died.
Nope. It was just my... Wait, hey, an ad just came up. Did you see that? I just got moved up the screen, and then like this, it's like a Felix King ergonomic office desk chair. We don't want your stupid ad. $189. Don't buy that. Okay.
Chairs are expensive.
Oh yeah, it looks like 1977 All Out is also ADHD as well. Okay, I think it's just your own risk. Yeah, I mean it is. It's up to you to figure it out. The banner ads show a lot now. I don't like that. Is there somewhere else I could be streaming that would still be cool? I guess I'm streaming on Twitch because that's what Baz and his friends liked. But like Baz and his friends aren't here really that much anymore anyway, so we could go somewhere else if we wanted to.
You should stream at Walmart.
I am a Walmart streamer? Is that the idea?
Yes.
That's my niche. Maybe that's my niche. I stream from Walmart. I think YouTube and Twitch are the main options. Well, and as I say, there's this Twitter thing, which I'm kind of curious about. Should we try it? You want to try this Twitter Twitter thing? See what happens.
Close to open that up, though.
Was that?
Would you have to close? Because you're getting a lot of new people on Twitch, so Twitch is definitely doing something.
The only problem... Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. That will keep going. Mm-hmm. But the question I have... don't stream at McDonald's. Bad Wi-Fi, it's true. K McCabe, I am ADHD, actually, but K McCabe, I actually got diagnosed with it in my elderly age. Please don't. K McCabe, please don't. No, don't try to stream more things. Actually, it's probably a bad idea to stream both things at the same time. But I just like the idea. It's this thing called what's it called? It's called Twitter. Communities or something. No, that's not it. I got the wrong one. Damn it. No, it's called Spaces. That's it. Twitter Spaces. Twitter Spaces. What do we think of Twitter Spaces, Paperclips? You like it? What? What do you think about the train attack? What's that? Oh, God. What's happened now? I don't even know if I want to know. Okay, I'm going off Twitter again. Okay, it's not Twitter's fault. I just don't want to get. I can't bear another miserable story. I won't be me there. Okay. Well, we won't do it then. Okay. Is it fun? I mean, I listened to the OSINT coverage. It sounds so weird, of the Ukraine war, or Putin's stupid invasion, as I call it. Putin's horrible, disgusting invasion of Ukraine. So the open source intelligence community had a stream that they did, which I freaking loved. It was just amazing. Because, people would come in and go like, oh my God, I just got this story about the ghost of Kiev or whatever. And then the 10 people would pile on and go like, no, we looked it up. That's fake. Or they'd go like, oh, Russia's saying that they've taken Kiev. And then people would go like, no, that's not true. And like, it was just kind of fun to watch all of these amateur sort of not news people, these amateur data analysis people getting in there and figuring stuff out. So, Pilot Kaloon, how are ya? We want Stargate. Yeah, me too. I'd like Stargate too. It'd be nice. Putin stupid invasion as a hashtag. That's really good. I mean, I don't mean to belittle it because there are people freaking dying, but it just is. He's a freaking, oh God. When you follow me on Twitter, let me tell you, David, it made my pandemic. Oh, good. MacX3D. You obviously said or did something interesting. Otherwise, I wouldn't have followed you. There you go. Okay.
You said or did.
I must have said or done something interesting they must have, because I'm not very good about following people. I started watching Twitch because of David Blue. Oh, great. Frenchie. So Frenchie was dragged in here by David Blue. That's good. And then so David brings you in with interesting stuff, and I will bore you to death with my own. That's the way it works here. But look, there's a lovely shot of a garbage can lid that got blown off last night. Okay. So David, what's your thoughts on the acquisition and the fate of Stargate? It's a good question to Pilot. A good question indeed. I mean, there seems to be some ramblings about it recently. Malazzi, in his typical showman way, has sent a tweet out with a picture of like the front cover of the pilot, and I, of course, in an even showier way, wrote my name on it. It seems to make sense to me. Why wouldn't they? If you have a show that's got such a great audience, even now after being off the air for so long, I feel like Amazon and MGM would be silly not to do something with it. The question is whether I would be involved with it or not. I mean, I would obviously love to be, but I'm getting a little long in the tooth for these things. McKay can only be wheeled around for so long. The west of Ukraine is getting pretty busy right now because that's where everyone's going to stay away from all the bombing stuff. I'd love you to be. Yeah, look, I'd love to be too. Look, I mean, me. Me and McKay are like this. So if I got the chance to do it again, I would obviously leap at it. In fact, I just heard that Flanagan is going to be free, hopefully, for us to chat again with the salty nerds, but about Stargate. That'd be kind of fun to do. So McKay doesn't age. No, he doesn't on television. He does right here. I'm like the portrait of Dorian McKay, in that I do all the aging for that guy. He's on television, doesn't look any different at all. Okay. Yeah, what do you got? What do you got, Wolf Up?
This is something that I've actually wanted for a while. If people make games like Thief Simulator VR, technically, can't that teach people how to be a thief?
Yeah.
Like, if they make a game that is very, very in-depth, can you basically just teach someone how to rob?
Yeah. I mean, so you basically make a game that was so good that it becomes an expert system. It becomes a system that teaches people how to be an expert in whatever the field is. And yeah, I mean, in a way, that's Pentester Labs, right? That's a system that they've got in place that you learn how to hack computers by hacking computers. And it is kind of gamified, and that you earn credits and all that kind of stuff as you go along. This is just a guy, another Stargate fan, actually, lovely guy who I believe is also French, but living in Australia. But Pentester Labs and he was very kind and gave me some free access to his amazing stuff. So I'm going to paste it in here because I feel that I've played with it long enough that I can safely say that I enjoy it. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, so yeah, you can learn how to be a thief. You can learn how to be, I mean, for a long time, I think people or, institutions and universities and governments and stuff didn't, felt that stuff should just be secret, right? That's why there was such a huge uproar when they created the printing press. But all of a sudden, books weren't just for people who could afford it or people who were working for the church or whatever. All of a sudden, anybody could read a book once they knew how to read. That made a huge difference. But I kind of feel like, wouldn't it be better to know how these things work so you could work against them? Like if there's a whole course on how to be a thief, then you could watch that whole course on how to be a thief and learn out how to thwart them from being a thief. Isn't that sort of the idea?
I was thinking of how Thor is a funny word. I know that sounds very stupid, but the reason why I took a second to say something is because I was thinking about how Thor is a funny word.
There's an interesting thing here. Okay, Sir Dragon Chris. My mom and I got funding to do a 3D printing class for people who are 30 plus. Any tips for suggestions? First time I'm teaching. Oh, fantastic, Sir Dragon Chris. I do have some suggestions for you. I'll tell you. One of them is Tinkercad. Absolutely fantastic. Really great way. It looks incredibly overly simplified, but the reality is it is amazing what you can do with Tinkercad. And it's just a great way to understand and learn about the process of like making stuff in 3D. Printer wise, I'm a sucker for Prusa just because I love the guy. I think he's just a wonderful human being. And I think his printers are just wonderfully bulletproof. If there's a way of getting Octoprint set up and being able to do time-lapse footage, I would suggest that because it is as cool as it is to watch. There's only, people's attention span as they wait for the time for these things to print is it's hard to keep them interested that long. So you end up doing a lot of stuff on your own, printing a lot of stuff on your own. I did it with the TechBandits. I used to put my trusty Prusa printer into a big orange Rover, and I wheeled it to the school, and we would do some 3D printing at school and stuff. Yep, they're trying to sell that chair again. I don't want your Felix stupid chair. Ugh.
A bad word.
Prusa Mini. Yeah, Prusa Mini's nice. Just Patrick too. Hey, to you too. So I would definitely check that out. 30 plus. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, well, definitely. There's a bunch of people you can look at who's got some great tutorials and stuff and people to get interested in. There's Uncle Jesse. There's obviously our 3D printing guy whose name I've suddenly, for some reason, I've completely blanked on his name. Stupid age. Stupid age. Okay, if you look up freaking 3D printing online and you'll find him. Let me do this. 3D printing. If I look up 3D printing guy, what does that do? That's it. I knew it would come up. 3D printing nerd. I knew it was something 3D printing. So the 3D printing nerd obviously he's amazing. Joel is just fantastic. So let's put him in the list here. Let's put him in the chat. Definitely go check him out. He's good for grown-ups too. He's not kiddie. He's like he really does his stuff. The other person who I really liked obviously was Uncle Jesse. He just does some really fun stuff. Let me do that too. I try to open a new browser window for everything I bring up so that I can then put it into what the heck? I don't want John Stamos from what happened? I got the wrong Uncle Jesse. But have I spelled it wrong? Isn't that? Yeah, there you go. It is Uncle Jesse. Good. Okay. He's gone big time, by the way. This guy, Uncle Jesse, he's like got a studio and everything. It's so cool. I'm so jealous. I want a studio. Wouldn't it be cool to have a TechBandits studio? I guess I kind of have that in that I've got the basement, but okay, here we go. Stream chat. That's Uncle Jesse. There's a few people to look at. The teaching 3D. Oh, 3D printing stuff is so much fun. So much fun. Rise 3D. I don't know that one. What's that? Rise 3D. I have to look that up. Kickstarter your studio. Oh, Sentinel. That's a really good idea. I should totally do that. I talked about it ages ago. Because if you look through the Stargate cam there, if you can see through all the dirty window that I feel probably is Cal's fault. Because one of Cal's jobs is she's supposed to moderate, and she's supposed to like clean the windows as well. But there's a garage back there, which I would love to convert into a makerspace. I just think that'd be really cool. Don't have money for a 3D printer. You know what then? Princess Bittercup or Buttercup? Buttercup. Go to the library. I know that our local library has a whole 3D printing section. You can go and actually use their printer and book time and stuff. Or there's makerspaces. It's another thing. The other thing you could do is play with Tinkercad. You can build the stuff online free. It's a browser 3D modeling software. You can play with that. You can play with Fusion 360. You can learn all of the tools of the trade without actually getting to the printing part. In fact, I would go so far as saying if you want to get started, I would get started on Tinkercad and Fusion 360, maybe Blender if you want. Like, learn the software side of stuff. All of it's free. There's a million tutorials out there. If you happen to have an iPad, I highly recommend Nomad. It's fantastic. 3D modeling software for the iPad. It's wonderful what you can do out there for free. And honestly, the 3D printing part of it is just the hardware. It's like being obsessed about a printer rather than what you're printing. The most important part of 3D printing is what you're printing, and the skills required in building those 3D models and stuff is far, far more important, I think, than knowing the specifics of how to use a particular 3D printer. At least that's what I've got out of it. So you can also do things like with Tinkercad, you can actually create things and then have it spit out a way of building it in Lego. That kind of stuff. So you could technically, I suppose, if you have a bunch of Lego kicking around, you could actually 3D print something by Lego building it. That kind of stuff. So there's it's a common thing in Canada, US, 3D printer on a library. It's like it's as always. Governments want us using as much of the new technology and being ahead of the curve on all this stuff. So there's a really quite nice, if you're in Toronto, I highly recommend you go check out the reference library down at Yonge and Bloor. I spent a lot of time there taking courses on 3D printing. And then I took the TechBandits there. One of my sessions, I took them all to the reference library, and we took a course in 3D printing. It was so funny. We'd already done so much of the stuff. They were like, "Oh my God, you already know this stuff. It's great." So the kids were kind of ahead of the curve, but it was nice because they also got to play with the VR system that was there and stuff. So they just got a lot of tech there. And the idea is to get kids excited about tech, which is exactly my thing as well. I just, or as I'm beginning to realize, it's not me getting kids excited about tech. It's basically kids teaching me everything. Or you guys, or the chat, and kids telling me, all the things I don't know. I don't know how to post this. What do you need, KBK? In Hungary, we don't have this stuff. Oh, really? Really? Okay, so in Hungary, just Patrick too. There must be maker spaces in Hungary, right? I mean, I was in Budapest. There's a lot of cool maker types there. Okay, come on. Let's look at this. Hungary maker space. There you go. There's a whole bunch. Not sure about a whole bunch, but there's a Hungary makerspace for sure. They're on Facebook, Fab Labs, Budapest. There's a bunch of stuff. I would definitely go check out makerspaces because there's a lot of nerds out there who are more than happy to find things to print, I'm sure. So that'd be mine. Smart kids, they can keep up with Rodney. Well, I say smart Rodney for keeping up with the kids. Here are only workshops with 3D printers. Right. Well, I mean, yeah. The other thing you can do, is you can actually do all the design stuff, and then what? Oh, really? I don't know how to post this. Breaking: U.S. State Department urges American citizens to depart Ukraine and Russia immediately. Yikes. Thank you, K McCabe. I'll have a look later, I guess. I'll get some fun news to look through, I suppose. So, yes, the 3D printing thing. The key with the 3D printing thing is that you can own them yourself. They're wonderful. My thing, and one of my frustrations with COVID and everything, is being I've got all these wonderful CNCs and 3D printers and stuff, which I want the kids to use. I want kids to be able to get in there, kids and their dads and mums and stuff, to come in and just like parents, I guess is the term I'm looking for, to come in and use this stuff and be able to explore all this technology that I love. But in order to do that, there needs to be a space for it. There needs to be some, as my wife points out, there are obviously legal things you got to worry about. I can't get sued because someone decides to, laser their face with our CNC or something. So what I've sort of decided instead is that what I'd like to do is be able to have like a couple of kids in at a time, and they could just come and we'll maybe do a live stream while they're doing some work. We've got one coming up, which could be really cool. Actually, Wolf Pup, you'll like this. We're gonna do the laser vibrometer and the spiders. They're little jumping spiders. They're the coolest looking spiders. They're local spiders, little jumping spiders. And so we're gonna. Like you hate spiders? So do I.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of them. I'm terrified of spiders because I don't just play a coward on television. But I've sort of learned that even though I don't like them, they're pretty freaking cool. Weirdly, I feel like I could possibly have a tarantula now. Possibly. I feel like I could maybe be able to deal with that. First time social system. Hey, y'all. That's a great name, too. Social system. It's very cool. I work in aerospace CNC shop. Oh, man, that's got to be cool. Replicators, indeed, Gaminator. I read that Russia just conscripted 130,000 soldiers, but also read that it's normal, scheduled, planned, and not necessarily a direct concern for the Ukraine conflict. Oi, here in Norway, we only have polar bears to mold things. Whoa, some good polar bears, though. Norway, I've always wanted to go to Norway. Strutson, go and find a good comic book convention in Norway, and get them to invite me to that. I'd be there in a second. Elizabeth with a Z. It's fun to have a makerspace, but there is a lot of liability concerns, which means it's easier for an existing organization to host them. Yeah, it's true, Elizabeth. It's a good point. And that's what Jane keeps saying to me is like, she's like, you just can't, I can't take our, I'm sure it'd get us in trouble somehow. I mean, for example, one of our tech bandits, we brought a bunch of Black Widow spiders into the local school and fired lasers at them. And the lasers were a vibrometer. So any movement in the laser would get picked up as sound. So you could actually sort of hear the spiders moving around and moving their mandibles and stuff. It was very, very cool. And Elizabeth with a Z says that I should listen to Jane, which is probably it. Yeah. Hoping to run a makerspace soon. I'm going to donate some of my 3D printers and other hardware to the space. Yeah, Sir Dragon Chris, that's the same. That's sort of the way I feel about it. But as I say, I don't think I have the logistical skill to run a makerspace. I do, however, have the logistical ability to stream once in a while. Not with any kind of regularity. Yeah. What's that?
Someone in the chat said you have to shave tarantulas.
You shave how do you shave? Don't! They're trying to sell me a desk chair again. Don't look, everybody. I do not endorse this.
What is your eyes?
If ads come up, though, like, is it like on YouTube? Do I get money if ads come up?
No.
What?
I don't think.
Even if you click on it? Oh,
I'm
you don't
pretty
see
sure.
the ad? I get the ad. I get the ad in my Twitch stream all the time. Am I not subscribed to myself? Oh, I might have unsubscribed. It's possible. I had to change all my PayPal stuff, so I haven't subscribed to a lot of people. Laser their face. What was that?
You have to pay to subscribe to yourself? That seems weird. Are you in your stream account? Like, are you in Tech Banditry account?
Yeah, I'm looking at Tech Banditry on Twitch. I have got it running in the background just so I can see.
Are you in the same account?
Because I don't trust, because I'm new, because I'm back on just regular old OBS. So I'm feeling like, I don't entirely trust it. So I wanted to make sure that the stream was happening. And also I want to make sure I don't miss stuff in the chat. So I've only got one ad at the beginning when I first loaded the stream. Oh, okay, Gaminator. Well, good. So it's not just me then. Okay. Use the Ad Block Plus browser extension. I guess I could do that. It just feels like something else to go wrong. Never seen banner ads on mobile, subbed or not. Guess Twitch hasn't caught up yet. Oh, there you go, Paperclips. They'll find you. Oh, they'll find you now. Oh, right. My browser might be blocking them. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I believe that's for partners. Really? Apparently, I have a really good ad blocker. I've never seen any ads either. Interesting. Okay, so it's not just me. Yeah. Okay. So there's some other things I want to talk about. Now I realize I've talked about the crypto heist. What do you make about this real estate in the metaverse?
Real in the metaverse. What is that?
I know, it just sounds like a bunch of bad jargon, doesn't it? Apparently, there's like all of this, like people are starting to invest money by buying, for want of a better word, like buying property in these various different metaverses, right? So the metaverse just is, it's a term I freaking hate, but the idea is, oh, that's right. It was on IE Spectrum, which I love. So it just basically says that high prices have pushed some towards collective ownership, but the future of virtual properties is uncertain. So the idea is it's almost like buying, if you're creating a world, one of these like interactive, VR worlds that we're going to live online like Ready Player One. Like, if someone creates one of these things, should you be buying property in it so that you have a stake in this new world type thing, right? So apparently a prime lot, this is what the story comes from. A prime lot, I don't even know what that means. A prime plot, like a chunk of this thing called Decentraland, which is a metaverse platform. It's sold for $2.4 million. Like, that is more money than my house is worth.
I'm having a very big squirrel moment right now.
Oh, really?
And I just thought of a very good TV show idea.
Okay, what do you got?
It's a Dungeons and Dragons TV show where the Draconians are fighting against the elves.
Right. Okay.
Because like the Draconians are the
Which one are the Draconians? The dragon? The dragon fans. Yeah, the dragon folks.
Long guys.
Well,
and the elves are the smart, like, charisma, intelligence type guys.
If you want to write for TV and film, I would recommend a book called Save the Cat. That's what I'd recommend. Do I have it? I think I keep giving away my copy and I never get it back. It's called Save the Cat. I think you'll like it because what it does is it'll make you sit down and watch a movie and you can see that there's kind of like an algorithm for how you write them. And it's like sort of like, oh, look, just when things are... And then the problem is now that when Baz and I watch movies together, he'll go like, oh, here you go. The all is lost moment. Because there's very specific structures to the way that Hollywood makes their movies. But yeah, it's called Save the Cat. I would say if you're looking for birthday presents or something, or if your parents are anything like me, I am. If my son mentions a book, I buy it for them because I'm like, I in the hope that they'll actually read it. Okay.
Did you just screech? I just heard a very loud noise coming from your street.
I did not screech. I refuse to screech. Okay, so
my phone might be going up right now. Then
basically, you can rent plots on Decentraland, $10 a day. You got to be kidding. I'm sorry, this just seems crazy to me. This reminds me of what is it called? Of was it like Half-Life, First Life? No, Second Life. Second Life. Is it Second Life? Is that right? Hey, another first-time chat. Holy moly, where is it? Hey, Breaka, thank you very much for your subscribed Tier 1 subscription. Your subscribed Tier 1 subscription. Redundancy Department of Redundancy Department. There's also another first-time chat from Save the Cat. Last book on screenwriting you'll ever need. I don't know that that's the case, but I love it. There's also another thing you can look at, which is a friend of mine, Seth Worley, did a thing called the Story Clock. I'm looking it up. Story Clock.
I was going to say, I thought of that idea in the middle of the night, and I just remembered it. Like, I remember just sitting there.
Then you write it down. Always write down things down. That's what I've discovered. I'm going to start trying to create what I call the second brain. Well, someone else calls it the second brain, but I know. Okay, so this is plot devices. Oh, Jesus, what the heck is that link? It's the ugliest link ever. But this is my friend Seth Worley, who is a brilliant filmmaker, brilliant writer, and he has created this system that he uses for writing scripts, and you'll love it. That's another great one. Tweety Row! Thank you for your cheery bits. Dan Watts says HL3 confirmed. HL3. What does HL3 confirmed mean? What is that?
Half-Life 3. Wait, Half-Life 3 has been confirmed? When?
Half-Life 3?
Yeah,
Okay.
when was that confirmed?
Don't mock my link, Cal. I am link challenged. I don't think you should be mocking my link. Second Life is nothing but drama. It's a ripoff because you spend real life money and it sucks. Well, so that's kind of like, maybe I'm short-sighted and I welcome anyone's ability to change my mind, but I feel like the metaverse is just a freaking waste of money. I mean, I guess you could liken it to, the only way I can make sense to me is I go like, well, is it like a domain name? Like I buy domain names. When I think of a cool domain name, I'll buy it because I think like, well, if I think it's cool, maybe someone else will. But that's it. I mean, metaverse seems just like Second Life to me. And also it's not like this one metaverse, right? Like everyone keeps talking about they're creating a metaverse. I feel like it's like, whose metaverse? I just bought the Taj Mahal in one metaverse. Well, there's another metaverse where the Taj Mahal hasn't been sold yet. You know what I mean? I agree with you. You could do that in SL, Second Life too, but it's just too boring. I love the idea of Second Life. I got to say, I was sort of really excited about the prospect of it, but back in the day, but not so much now. I'm a squishmallow called David Hewlett. What? Shannon in Space says GTG. I don't know what that means. Is that greetings? Like, you are all great. I have an owl squishmallow named David Hewlett. Oh, I love it. That's great. We have a squishmallow that my dog... Oh, it's gone. Now it's just a dog butt. It's kind of hard to see, but there's just a dog butt over there. And I'll have to rotate the camera a little bit, see if it gets time to... You can see it. That little butt there is the butt of my dog. So that dog, whenever I leave the house for some reason... or whenever she's alone in the house, we'll go and grab this one Squishmallow toy from my son's room, Baz, as you know him, and hides it in our bed. It's the weirdest thing. Like, you come back and you're like, something doesn't look right. Because everything sort of looks right, but it's not. And it turns out there's just a few things out of place. And that's because the dog's gone in and with surgical precision, taken the Squishmallow from the shelf, gone to our room, pulled back the bed sheets, put the Squishmallow under the pillow, and then buried it all again. And then sometimes her claws, rip up our sheets.
What's this about Squishmallows?
Hey, speaking of Squishmallows, it's Lord Junkie. Squishmallow is the thing that Huzzah buries every time I leave the house.
Oh.
It's like this one toy that Baz has, and for some reason, Huzzah just goes in and surgical precision takes this one Squishmallow and then buries it in our bed. Usually tearing our pillows to shreds as she does so.
I'd love to know what the reason for that is, what the dog is thinking.
I don't that's what we got to put we got to put that brain computer interface thing on it and see what parts of her brain are lighting up when she's burying Squishmallows.
I just want to say,
yes.
idea for a company I just thought of.
Would I what?
My company. A company.
Oh, the company.
Your
business. Your summer business. Yeah. What do you got?
A company that sells ideas to other people.
I feel like ideas are cheap, but execution is the hard part. I feel like everyone's got ideas, but very few people will actually follow them up.
I feel like you should be a company that buys ideas. Actually,
that's a better idea.
Be more of an idea exchange where you don't come up with the ideas, but people sell you their ideas. Then you sell them to people that want those ideas. I think it seems like a very hard thing because you're like, oh, what kind of ideas do you have for me? And you tell them, they just go walk off with your idea.
But that's an interesting idea, though. If you were to do a stream where you just talked about your ideas and then other people came and talked about their ideas, that could be kind of fun. I could see that. It'd be like a brainstorm. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone gets together and just brainstorms idea. I like that. That would work. Because then you don't own any ideas or anything, but people would be watching because they want to be watching so they get ideas for their business and stuff. I was telling the reason why we're talking about business stuff, Lord Chunky, is that apparently the Ontario government will give you $3,000 to start a business in the summer.
Oh, really? Is there a certain size your business has to meet?
Well, it's like it's got to be like a summer startup of some sort, and the rules
Yeah.
are I put them somewhere in our chat. I had it, but now I've lost it because I'm so organized.
You have to be 15.
You have to be 15. You have to live in. Well,
Okay.
that's I think where Lord Chunky's covered. That's the other thing, Lord Chunky. I was saying like everyone's getting
I
too
could do
old for.
something.
You could totally do something. But that's I was saying to Wolf Pup that here we go. This is it. There you go. That I got it. Okay, I'll put it in the chat for the copy. Oh, I could put it in the chat for the Discord too, can I? Why don't I do
'Cause
that?
I don't know. I could do like some sort of technology repair business or.
Ooh, you could totally do that. There you go. Okay, start a summer camp company, students. But then I was thinking, like, if it doesn't work, like if it's too much stupid work, like the government sometimes has a lot of like bureaucracy and stuff. I thought, why doesn't Tech Bandits do that? Tech Bandits would totally invest. If you were doing like a tech, I would invest in a tech club, in a tech support or tech, business. You give me a good business plan, I'll invest in that.
Like, I mostly just want to, like, I don't know. I feel like I could buy some, like, cheap components and just sell it to people that don't know much about computers for a huge markup.
Yeah, that's possible. So you just rip people off for a
runs
living.
Fortnite, and then...
Oh, that's true. Like just a gaming PC, like just selling parents gaming PCs, but then when their kids get it, they're like, this sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not a lot of repeat business though.
Mm-hmm.
But Nick, thank you very much. Very kind of you. See you later, Gator. Later, Gator. In a while, Crocodile. I mean, in a way, business is about buying something cheap and selling it for more expensive stuff, right? Isn't that basically the idea?
Yeah, because what you could do that a kid I think would love is just like not necessarily would love, but they look at this and they think, wow, that's great. Is you just get like an old motherboard with an i7 and 16 gigabytes of DDR3, and be like i7, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and then NVIDIA graphics, and you put like a GT 1030 in it, and they'll be like, wow, that's so great. It has an i7 good because high number good, and then they'll buy it.
Could you make it so that at least it ran everything it needed to run?
Yeah.
Like, what if you like sold like bare minimum systems for all of the latest games?
Exactly.
And then
not really latest games, but I would do like like Fortnite, Valorant, like CS:GO, those kind of games. Because once you get into like actual games, like like Red Dead Redemption or something, those get hard to run, where you need like good computers.
It's too bad you can't like. That's a really good idea. If you were to like tune the computers so they're running at their optimal amount, enough to play the key games that kids want to play. As a parent, I could see people buying that and going like, okay, yeah. Because you know that it's going to do everything you need. You know that if there's any problems, you just call up Lord Chunky and he says, yeah, it's because your computer sucks.
And the thing is, I would probably make more money just getting like a lifeguarding job or something.
Really?
Unless I could somehow do this on the side.
Yeah, but you don't get $3,000 up front though.
You do not. What's the deal with that? I want to know, like...
Did I put the link in? Did I?
How you...
I think I put the link in the live chat.
Oh, yeah,
in the live, yeah. Have a look. There's like requirements, but and as I say, there may just be too much bureaucracy around it, but I just love the idea. I thought the Tech Bandits could totally do like a business club. Like Tech Bandits business club where we'll invest in money. If it's a good idea, we'll invest in it, and then, startup money, seed money, and all we'd need is to have you say that Tech Bandits are the best. Your kid should do it, or something like that. Actually, yeah. Speaking of that, I was gonna say all my Tech Bandits are getting too old. I gotta get some new young blood in here.
I gotta get new Tech Bandits.
I gotta get new Tech Bandits. How do I get new Tech Bandits?
Now, you just go to the local elementary school and you wait outside and be like, hey, kids, you want to join my club?
Oh my God. Could you imagine how fast I would be in jail? It's that creepy guy from Stargate. Yeah, that is really not good. That's so true. Elsa's still around. But Elsa, we see Elsa when we see Elsa. Elsa's got a lot going on. And Elsa's getting too old too. Everyone's got lives and stuff. Lord Chunky just like comes in once in a while and there's just nothing else going on. He's like so bored. He's just like at the end of his rope.
I have to say, I do not have a life. I've been to every single Tech Bandit.
Well, Wolf Pup, you're like, it's so funny. Wolf Pup's here even though he's got COVID.
Damn.
He's locked in his room right now. He can't see his parents or the rest of his family because he's got COVID. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Have you had it yet?
I thought I had COVID for a second, but I did a rapid test and it said I didn't.
You know, every
It's
single day at about 4 o'clock, I think I've got COVID.
Because, like, I don't know, just a bunch of people I know have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people that are in my class.
Anyone? Oh, people in your class had it. But are you still wearing a mask?
Yes, I am.
So
Most of the people are.
vaccinated, wearing a mask. I mean, it certainly helps. A friend of mine was working with a guy, and while he was working with him, they were like loading and unloading boxes together. While he was working with him, the guy said, I don't feel good. I got to go home. He went home, tested positive for COVID. My friend's like, oh, crap. I've definitely got it. I've been working with him all day. No, he had a mask on. He's fine. Didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can't qualify if you're working another job for more than 12 hours a week.
You can't what?
You don't qualify for the program if you're working another job for more than 12 hours a week.
Are you working for a job 12 hours a week, though, yet?
If I do lifeguarding, I would.
Oh,
so I would qualify.
How do they know? Oh, I guess because you have to. So you're going to do life. What do you get? How much money do you get for lifeguarding?
Being a lifeguard, it's anywhere like $16 to $18 an hour.
Okay, that's not
what
bad.
I really ideally do is become a swim instructor, which is $24 an hour.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Then you start your own swim school, and then you get other people to teach you the swimming, and you don't even have to be there.
Exactly. I'm sure that would require definitely the amount of money I have to rent a pool, hire instructors.
Yeah, you got to do that, don't you? Yeah. Although you want to hear cool? So my sister is started doing like these Pilates classes. And so she like, I mean, sorry, not started. She was doing Pilates in England, and then she came to Canada. She's like, I want to start teaching Pilates. So she took the whatever the training course is for Pilates. I don't even know what Pilates is, to be honest, but it's like some exercise thing. So she took this Pilates course. So she's now a trained, certified Pilates instructor or whatever. And she was at my mom's building talking to the woman who runs the building, and the woman said like, well, why don't you teach it here? And so all of a sudden, she's got like a free space to do Pilates. I was like, wait a second. I was like, I've been doing Tech Bandits for like 6 years or something. No one's ever offered me a free space. Like, what? How did that happen? Anyways, so she's getting paid to teach Pilates, and she doesn't even have to pay for the space. Yeah, I said, do they have kids? We do Tech Bandits as kids. What about a Tech Bandits camp? What if we do that?
No.
I'll pay you $17 a month. I mean, a month, a day, an hour. What is it? I'll pay you $16.50. $16.50 an hour.
A minute. Quarterly per hour.
What about this? What about a streaming camp where you learn how to be a streamer? Like me, you could have all of 20 people following you. I mean, I sort of debated that. Like, I wondered about like just saying like, let's just turn the garage into a little makerspace, and the kids could come in. You know, we could, I don't know. But the business thing would be kind of cool though, wouldn't it? Like, could you imagine like having people come in and talk to us about the businesses they wanted to start, and if we like them, we give them like $500 or whatever, and they go off and they start their business, or we, something, or we
just
give
seems
them,
like a very high risk sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's not really a risk for me anyways, because I think it's just it'd be a good experience for kids to learn. Like, I'm not trying to make money off it. I'm just trying to like get people excited about the next great
Or you
thing.
could charge them with like crippling interest rates and threaten them with a lead pipe.
That's good. So I could be like,
yes.
I could be like a loan shark. I'm like a loan shark who gives them money, and then I'm like, you didn't pay. This is what happens to your parents when you don't pay your bills. That kind of thing.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, nice. So basically, your business idea for the company for the summer is to start a mob.
Yep.
God, nice. Okay, like you're Tony Soprano. Got it. Very good.
Exactly.
It's Tony Soprano's business camp. I love it. Okay, you must have a thought about this because you do this. What about this $625 million crypto theft? You hear about that?
I don't know how stupid you have to be to lose your crypto.
It's a network, though. The network was hacked. This is the irony of it. It was actually this little game called Axie Infinity, which I was looking at downloading literally a few days ago. And apparently they stole like $615 million. Like,
I feel like, can you steal from like an actual person, or is it just like exchanges that get stolen from?
Well, what these guys did was it's actually not even just a matter of I think I don't think it's even just a matter of them like ripping off individual people. These guys or gals or whatever, they got into the servers that authorized the or whatever that validated the these
Like physically?
yeah
servers, or-
yeah they got 5 of the 9 servers under their control, and then they were able to take 600 and of course they can't get the money out of their crypto account, but that's beside the point, you know. So the numbers are like pretty big. Like, so this one was 615 million. The wormhole in February 2022, I don't know what that one is. I don't know much about that. But that was still 325 million. Could you imagine if someone stole 325 million dollars from a bank? Like, all hell would break loose. We're like, crypto, whatever. Mount Gox, of course, was huge. That was $470 million. Coincheck, I didn't even know about this one. That's $532 million.
Wow.
And then this Ronin Bridge was 540 million. They're saying now. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, it's not as big as that, but still 540 million. That's pretty freaking huge.
Mm-hmm.
That is the biggest one, sort of. Yeah.
Sort of.
Okay, so I don't know. Like, I just feel like I'm so confused by crypto at this point. I just don't even, you know. This is a game. It's a game.
I don't know, my Bitcoin's up a little bit, so that's nice.
No, mine's up too. I know, but it's like, you know. Ethereum's up too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or was.
I wish I had Ethereum. I was gonna buy Ethereum in 2019.
Ooh.
Should have.
I would have got some. I would have got some a little bit back then, but not much. I'm just not.
Yeah, I would have been like 12 or something. So my parents would have been like, you can bet like $70 in it, but that'd be like 700 now. So.
What about a business that sells people's Pokemon cards? Because everyone's got all these Pokemon cards. They don't know what to do with it. They'd all want some cash, right?
Mm-hmm. But there's already like people that will.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're not local people. These are trusted
These have
people.
local shops.
This is Lord Chunky. He would never rip you off. That kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was something else I want to talk about. So I did that. Oh, there's the real estate in the metaverse, but I almost don't want to talk about it anymore because I feel like it's just such a stupid ripoff. I just don't understand. Would you buy real estate in the metaverse?
No, we don't even know what the metaverse is yet.
Exactly. There's no one's decided what the metaverse is. So why would you? I mean,
if I knew what the metaverse was, then yeah. But like, no one knows what the metaverse is. What is the metaverse?
Yeah. I mean, look. If it was something like, I feel like if it was something like buying a domain name, I would do that. Like if I could buy a domain name in the metaverse, that sort of makes sense, I guess. It'd be like, you know, you put $20 up but the idea of spending, like someone spent more money than our house is worth on a house or on a property in this thing called Decentraland, which I've never even heard of. All right. Tracking. Okay. So this is this last story that I want to talk about before I should bail. Because some of us have been talking for a very, very long time, Lord Chunky. You know.
Oh,
What do you
David,
got?
I have a question for you.
Please.
Do you have a soldering iron?
I do. Many soldering irons. What do you need?
Because my headphones are kind of broken.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I'm ideally
Yeah.
going to like just try and like completely take them apart, and completely put them back together, and see if that fixes them.
I fixed a remote control for a TV.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. Like it wasn't working. I thought, well, I'll just have a look. And I pulled it apart and I saw a YouTube video that said like, oh, look at this. And I tested it with a multimeter. And then I bought a replacement part for like $1 and then they work again. Yeah, by all means, you can either bring them over or I could just leave. I can give you a soldering iron. I've got a whole soldering station here, right? So
Nice.
Yeah.
So this is probably like a really like niche issue. I'm not sure if anyone will know the issue for this, but like I have a pair of Sony WH-1000 XM3s.
I'm looking them up right now.
Noise canceling headphone, but for some reason they just randomly turn off.
Sony WH, what are they?
1000 XM3. Sometimes they'll just randomly turn off when I do something like adjust the volume, switch apps, something like that, and then they just don't turn back on again. So
is it the battery? It's not the battery.
It's not the battery because they will turn back on again later.
Huh.
But just not right away.
Do they
So it's
turn
weird.
off or do they cut out or they disconnect? What it would
They normally there's like a power off sound. They just kind of just stop very abruptly. They just stop playing audio. There's like a little pop, like it stops.
Interesting. They say that I mean, like that seems like battery stuff to me. But oh, wait a sec. Here he goes. After much fiddling, I accidentally found a fix. Toggle the automatic power off to do not turn off. You can try that. I guess you can try that.
Did you figure out like a solution to it?
I don't know. That's what they said. There's on on one of these Sony Reddits. They said they mentioned it. They said that.
Okay, I'll
try.
here. Well, I'm gonna go grab.
Is there something called whatever it's called?
Yeah. I think I tried that before, but I'll try it again. Here, I'll be back in a second.
Just hold the power. It turns on again. But all the voices are okay. There you go. Okay. Did you update the firmware, Lord Chunky? Apparently, there's firmware. I mean,
there is firmware.
According to this Sony R Reddit, the subreddit Sony, they're saying we should update your firmware. Certainly.
Well, I already bought new headphones.
Oh, really? Oh, then pull them apart. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Screw that.
Well, unless I can do something, it'll just fix them now.
Yeah, you can fix them.
Automatic power off. Do not turn off.
So you can fix them, or you can just break them. That's what I do. If there's something, that's what I figured with the remote control. That's what I thought. I figured like, okay, I could buy a new one for $30. Like it's not going to break the bank by buying a new remote for this TV that we have.
I've had them for 2 years now, so they've lived a good life. I used them probably.
They've lived a good life.
4 hours a day for 2 years, so they got
holy
their
crap. Yeah.
For sure.
But still, I mean, do you think it could last longer than your computer? I mean, like that just seems. I guess they do get a lot of wear and tear on them, don't they? You know.
Yeah.
Geek Family Network says that we should just reverse the polarity. Thank you, Geek Family Network, for your first sarcastic comment. Yes, I can take things apart. I just can't put them back together again. That's the same thing for me, Princess Buttercup. That's why I was so surprised that I fixed this remote. IT support. Did you try turning it off and back? Oh, yes, Steve's.
I actually don't even need to turn them off and back on again. They turn off themselves.
Yeah, that's the problem. They keep shutting down anyways. Okay, last thing that I found interesting. I've already lost it. There you go. So this is kind of cool. So I didn't know this, but apparently NASA estimates that there are 50,000 meteorites from space have been found on Earth. 50,000 of them, okay? But of those 50,000 astronomers have been able to plot the past orbits of, what? They only found 40 of them? Well, that sucks. They're really hard to track. So they enter the atmosphere, they can be seen, they're beautiful, but they're hard to track. So of the 50,000 meteorites that have been seen, I guess, is that right? Go outside on a clear night. If you're very lucky, you'll see the sky falling. NASA estimates 50,000 meteorites from space have been found on Earth. From space have been found on Earth. That's a weird way of putting it because I don't know what that means. Like, is that like in all time or something or what? Anyways, point being is that I guess of the 50,000, only 40 of them were actually found. So they've created this software called, which is basically like the name of a Bond movie. It's called Starfall. And Starfall uses a neural network to spot space rocks and then tell you where to find them. And I should show you this photo because this is the photo, which I think should be the ad for this, okay? I like this. Let me see if I can find it in the... Where's my little stream thing? I'm using OBS again, and I get confused. Okay, is this it? There. I think this should be their poster. Because it's a guy... you're not watching, so I'll tell you. It's a guy standing in the outback holding the remote control for a drone that's hanging around just behind him. And he's pointing, and there's just a little rock on the ground. But apparently, they went out like the first time or something that they went out. Squirrel cam! You missed a squirrel. Damn it. I had the thing over it. There was a squirrel just walked by. Apparently, like the first time they tested this software, it led them directly to a meteorite. Which is just kind of cool, right? So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Here's a better one. This is what happens when it starts getting really popular. Okay, when it gets really, really popular, then you go to this poster. That's 3 people standing in the outback pointing at a stone. I know this is, I don't know why this story got my attention so much, but I just loved the idea that people are like realizing that they're seeing all these meteorites all the time. And of course, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack or a needle in a haystack of needles. Like, how do you find a little rock that fell from the sky in the outback that's just got little rocks all over the place, right? And the idea of using artificial intelligence and neural networks. So I guess neural networks basically means like you keep sort of filtering stuff through until you find what you're looking for, basically. And the computer just gets better and better and better at it the more it does it. But the idea that it could track this stuff and find it to the point where a guy walks out into the desert with I guess it's not a desert if it's is it outback a desert? I guess it is kind of. Wanders out into the outback and finds a stone that's fallen. I just think there's something really cool about that to me. And I guess, like, are meteorites valuable? I guess they probably are, aren't they?
Probably. I'd buy a meteorite.
I would totally buy a meteorite, especially if it was like, if you could tell me where it's from or something. Like, and especially if it gave me like superpowers, I would totally pay extra for that.
For sure.
If it hits your house, you could get some fast delivery.
What was that?
If it hits your house, then you could get pretty fast delivery with it.
That's true. If you could get the AI to tell you when your house is about to be hit by a meteorite, yeah, there you go. So, Lord Chuck, have you seen Moon Knight yet?
No, I have not.
It's a new Marvel thing. All I'm going to say is you might want to have a look. That's all. Just going to throw that out there.
Good.
I'm not going to say it because Wolfpup doesn't want me to say anything. But all I can say is
I feel like saying if it's a good movie or a bad movie is kind of...
Wolfpup, am I allowed to say if it's good or bad?
Yeah.
I am?
Did you like it or not?
I freaking loved it. It's like the best
Nice.
pilot ever. Oh my God, it was so good. The pilot...
Oh, so it's going to be a series.
I loved it. I loved it. It's got the guy who played Han Solo in the Solo movie, or whatever. It's Han movie, or whatever. I can't. Was it called Solo? The Star Wars
Solo.
one.
It's called Solo. Yeah.
I liked him. It was like one of my favorite of the Star Wars movies. I don't really like the new ones that much, but the Han Solo movie I kind of like. So that guy, I think, is it that guy? Maybe it's not that guy. It looks like that guy. Anyways, I loved it. Loved it. And it's got all this Egyptian stuff in it, and yeah, I would highly recommend it. I recommend it almost as much as this Starfall Finding Meteorites. So Lord Chunky, before I go, you got are there any tech stuff, any cool stuff you learned at school or anything that's worth?
No, except all I have is to say is I'm about to go broke buying a bike. So it sucks. No tech stuff.
Are you going to go broke? Or you've already bought the bike?
I haven't bought the bike yet. I'm selling my current bike now.
Yeah.
So I have some of the money for a new bike.
What's your bike worth? Is it like a serious bike?
Probably like, and if the stuff's overpriced right now, it's probably like $1,700
That's perfect though. While it's overpriced, for what? $1,700
for a bike.
That's more than my motorcycle cost. Holy crap! I mean, not your
Buy
dad's
a motorcycle
And the
then.
one I'm buying is a bit more than that. Slightly.
What are you looking for? What's the type of bike?
So it's a mountain bike.
Yeah.
I would like full suspension, and it's $3,700.
What's it called? What's the brand?
The Norco Fluid FS1.
Fluid. What is it? FS1.
One.
Oh, FS1. Okay, FS1. Got it. Okay, I'm looking. Fluid FS1. Ooh. Is it really light? It looks light.
It's light. It's pretty light.
I don't have any shocks on my bicycle because it's my dad's old bike because they stole my bike. And I'll tell you,
need too much for riding around the city.
when you're my age, you do. It feels like someone's just hitting me in the bottom with a metal pipe every time I go over a bump. It's like it's just horrible. That is a nice looking bike, though. Well, there you go. There's your business. Why don't you like tune bikes or something?
No, I'm not good enough at that.
Is that hard? I would think it can't be that hard to tune bikes, can it? You probably just need special
I'd have to have
equipment.
someone like teach me how to do it, because like I tried watching a YouTube video once, and it just doesn't really get the thing across.
Really? Yeah. All right. So are you going to be doing this? Like, are you going to go leaping off like cliffs and stuff with this thing? Is it like one? Is it one of those like serious bikes that you have to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you ride? I mean, not where do you ride specifically, but I mean, where does one? What sort of a place do you ride? I'm going to show everyone the bike. There you go. That's the bike he's looking at right now. That is the bike that Lord Chucky is dreaming of. That is a bike that is apparently worth more to him than a 3080 Ti. Just saying.
Than a computer with a 3080 Ti.
But think about it, like if you got the business thing, you could the $3,000, you just put that towards getting a new GPU.
Yeah, but that's illegal.
Okay, here's the thing. This will last longer than a new GPU, because it's the perfect size where I will grow into it soon enough. And
when do you stop growing? When does one stop growing? I mean, I'm growing.
I don't know.
I'm growing
'Cause, like,
sideways now, but
I'm like right at the verge of like a large frame,
yeah.
so I'm like maybe 3 or 4 centimeters.
But you don't want a bike that's too big because it's such
Yeah.
a pain in the butt to try to like. Yeah, every time you get to a stop sign, you fall off. I used to do that. So I see. So but when does one generally stop growing? Is there like a
Varies a lot.
20.
20? I wish I grew
I'm pretty
until I was
sure
20.
it's 20.
I started getting fat at 20. That's what I started doing. I started growing sideways when I was 20. Did I mention my arms still hurt, Lord Chunky? Did I mention that my shoulders still hurt?
3.
Bad? Yeah, shoulders hurt. It's the only 3 times I've complained about it today, but the reality is the pain is quite terrible. Okay. So
4.
what? Oh, does that count as well? Does that really count? That literally counts as me complaining as well, does it? Okay. All right. Oh, well, here I've got another question for you. So I got this thing. I got this thing called a temp top. It's a air quality tester. Okay. And I put it on, air quality tester, and it's this is from Let's Talk Science, the wonderful folks at Let's Talk Science, who asked me to make a video. Ooh, that's an idea. Do you think I could round up the Tech Bandits to do another video? Oh, that's a no. I can't even round them up to get them to talk about it. All right.
Sorry, I was typing something. Yeah,
I go
What
down here.
kind of video?
I don't know. I can't remember, but I'll have a look and tell you. Okay. So I go to CO2. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I go CO2 and I press go, and it says, okay, it's got to warm up. So it needs a few minutes to warm up. But then you'll see what it does. It basically says that the CO2 levels are too high in my house. And I'm like, well, now what do I do?
Breathe less.
Well, but I'm wondering if that's why maybe that's why I'm getting older. Maybe that's why I'm getting tired and old. Maybe I could be so much smarter if there was CO2. Like if there was less CO2 in the air, maybe I would be a much smarter, funner, happier, funnier person with more hair. You know what I mean? All right. Who's going to bed? Someone's all out's going to bed. All right, go. You get some sleep. Sleep is important. Cal is so on the ball today, Lord Chunky. She's like jumping in and saying hi to everyone. It's like she wants people to like her. I guess that's what happens when it's your birthday.
Was Cal's birthday?
It's Cal's birthday.
Yeah, of course it's Cal's birthday.
Yeah, you know.
Happy birthday, Cal.
More plants. That's a great idea. Oh my God, I should totally get more plants. Okay, Jane can't stop me. Jane gets mad at me for having all these. I'm going to totally get. What's the best plant for oxygen? It's like ferns, isn't it? Aren't ferns like the best thing to have? I think that
ferns.
I think ferns are one of the best things to have. I think, but I could be wrong. Is that a raccoon or is there a? Hazaz's been going toe to toe with these raccoons in the backyard. Like she actually goes and fights them.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming she wins.
Mm-hmm. She has like a hole in her cheek now where one of them got her with a claw. Algae James Gurney, is algae good for CO2?
Yes. I don't know where you grow algae though. Just put a bunch of like really ugly algae tanks around.
I'll just stop showering and then I'm sure
Jane would love that if you just put like algae tanks around her house.
Yeah. James, how would you grow algae? Like, is there a way to grow algae that would create oxygen? I guess that makes sense because a lot of oxygen comes from the ocean. But is there a way to make that in quantity? Like, is that like a bio, whatever it's called, bioreactor, basically? I don't have enough light for plants. That's a good point, says Steve. Steve says there isn't enough light. Of course there isn't, because I'm living in the basement. Damn it. I need more light, too. Well, I have to buy grow lights. Oh, my God. Okay. I think we got our business for the summer. The Tech Bandits we'll start like a grow op. Sell. Could you imagine? That'd be like a grow op, like selling pot we'll grow like pot plants in the basement as Tech Bandits, and that's how everyone gets to university. Boy, I'd go to jail for that too. Maybe I should put that in the pitch when I go onto Facebook to see if there's any younger kids who want to get involved. That's just get lights for growing pot. That will grow any vegetation. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sweaty Spooks. I thought that was it. Good name, by the way. I don't either. My unit is right up against a really tall stand of fir trees. That gives me shade all day long. I see. Yeah. Let's first crowdfund a sponge for David so he can clean the window. Okay, Cal, stop it. That is, no, you do not need to keep. Oh my God. That's low blow, Cal. I can mock you the entire stream, but you should not be. Now I feel like I got to go and wipe off that window. Okay, I may have to go wipe that window, Lord Chunky.
Oh gosh. All right, let's go do it then.
I may have to do it with toilet paper though, because I don't have any paper towel. My cleaning lady used all the toilet, all the paper towel. Okay, wait a sec. Pug Dance says, just get my dad to help. He has like 3 giant pot plants in his office. It's so big they're touching the ceiling. I can't stand this stuff myself. I think it just makes people stupid. I was like, I don't need help being stupid. I like being more present. Anyways, that's whatever. People do what they want. Who's happy? Someone's happy because they're alcoholic. What happened to oh my God, wait a sec. All of a sudden the TechBandits stream has turned into this like debauchery thing. What's going on? Yeah, hydroponics. Oh, hydroponics is cool. I like the idea of that. Like just having plants that just grow in water. What happened to James Gurney? Did he mention how he does it? His algae, how he was suggesting we do the algae? Did anyone see that? I got distracted, of course. I think, James, you're away this week, aren't you? I thought you were away this week. And because I know that Gimpy G was asking about D&D again on Thursday, but I had thought that you were probably not available. I thought you said something about being away this week. Okay, so our Farazan says that aloe vera is good for CO2. It gets too big. If it gets too big, you can eat it. Oh, I like that. I like it.
Aloe vera?
Wouldn't it just taste like that stuff that you put on sunburns? Well, that is aloe vera. Isn't aloe vera what you use on that? I'm just down the road from y'all.
Why are you eating it? Why do you eat your sunscreen lotion?
Well, sometimes just by accident I try some. James, actually, sunscreen is one of the most horrible things to get in your mouth, by the way. Don't ever. It
tastes really bad.
Oh, it's awful. And it like stops.
I'm sure it gives you like mouth cancer or something
yeah,
too.
Sure. But you never get a sunburn. James Gurney is apparently just down the road from y'all. Where are you, James? You want to come up and see us? Want to come and say hi? It's worse in your eyes. It's true. I can't. I'm slightly allergic to sunblock, so it just if it gets in my eyes, I'm screwed. Plants produce CO2 at night. Okay, so then I put the plants in the basement and my CO2 levels go. Oh, let's check the CO2 levels. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's all heated up. Here we go. Let's do it. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to press OK so everyone can see. And then it starts beeping at me and saying that I'm going to die. Watch this. Watch this. Ready?
Have you tried just like not breathing?
It's going up.
Maybe you had it like right up against your face last time.
No, look at this. It's going up. Apparently
just put it like right in your mouth.
At 1,000. At 1,000, apparently it goes to like whatever it's called. To
parts per million.
To bad levels. And I'm at 60. Oh, it's going down again now. Oh, okay. Looks like I can.
What percentage would like not 1,000 parts per million? That's like 0.01%.
Oh, you know what it might be? Because I might also be because I got the door open. That might also be part of the part.
That would probably help.
Yeah, it's probably doing better because of that. I don't know why it has to beep at me the entire time. It's a little frustrating. But there you go. But still, I don't think my CO2 level should be at 948. That still feels a bit high to me. Does it matter if you're holding it near your mouth? I think it would. I imagine if I were here talking, it would probably go up. Let's see if it does. Here I am talking to Lord Chunky. I wonder if that's going to go up at all. Here we go. I'm talking.
Where's the thing where it says that? Just like
right there. That's it. Right there. I'm breathing on it right now. But it's going down still. Okay. Or is it? Maybe.
Scream at it.
Isn't this the best stream ever? No, it's just like stuck it. It's stuck there. I wonder what that means. Can I do it again, do you think? Okay, let me just run it again. Okay. And here I am talking in front of it. Here you go. Let's see if it's some time. Here you go. See if it changes at all. 36. It's going down again, not up. It's not going up. It's going down. The more I talk, the more it's going down for some reason. What if this just doesn't work at all? Maybe this device is just, it just seems kind of like serious, this thing. Like it seems like a real device that could actually do that. Nope. It's 936. That's where we're at.
Yes.
What was that?
It's 9:36 in real life, so I was very concerned.
It's 9:36 in real life for you?
No, I thought that's what you said, and I was very concerned because I'm an hour ahead.
Oh, and you've also got COVID. You're also a plague monkey. I'm a plant. It's true. That's why the CO2 didn't go down, because I'm a plant. Okay. But could I like this algae idea though. I like the idea of having like algae as my thing. Rochester, New York. Yeah, you are very close. Well, if you feel like coming across the border, testing, and then isolating for a month or whatever it is, then James, at some point, one day I'll actually meet James Gurney. James Gurney, who I count as one of my friends now. I've never met him. Isn't that weird? Okay. Except we might not be able to be friends because he's good at everything. That's not what I like in friends. I like friends who I'm better at things at. Okay. You got a plant named after you, but you dumped her. Well, come on. That wasn't my fault. That was the writer's. Have you tried opening a window? Ah, interesting.
So I'll have to check if my headphones are fixed now. If not, I'll send you a text or something.
Yeah, whenever. Yeah, let me know. I mean, if you want to, we could do a Tech Bandits where we take apart that could be our Tech Bandits, is opening up the headphones.
Disassembling really overcomplicated headphones.
That's perfect. We disassemble them, and then knowing me, I probably burn myself. That's usually what happens with the thing. And then I forget to turn off the soldering iron. I even have like I've even got the heat gun. And I've also got, I went and bought this stuff. This is the coolest stuff. Let me get it. I'll show you. This stuff is so brilliant. So when you're soldering and you want to take the solder away, it's difficult.
Like a solder sucker upper.
Yeah, the solder sucker upper that I have it's okay, but it's not.
It's not fun or a...
It's not. Yeah, it's like a little. It's fun, but it's just not very good at what it does. Or maybe I'm just not very good with it. But it's literally like just a giant syringe. And you push it down, and you press the button, and then that shoots up, and it sucks the solder out. And then you go, oh, I got to get that out. And you go like this, not with your hand, because then you'd burn it off. But then you just sort of knock it out that way. So I've been trying to, I like the idea of taking old boards and desoldering some of the little electronics on there, and so I can reuse them. I don't want to throw it out. I want to save those capacitors and stuff. Anyways, check this out. This is it's a braided copper wire. And so what happens? You heat up the solder, you dip this in it, and what happens? It wicks up all of the solder. Right?
That's neat.
It's really cool. Just a great idea. Anyway, so I've been using that recently. It's been kind of fun. And I got a whole bunch of, I desoldered a whole bunch of things from an old circuit board. So I just had a circuit board. Let me see. There you go. Like, look at this baby. Woohoo! Check this out. So I had this old, I don't even know what it is, to be honest. Like just one of the circuit boards that I had kicking around. So I just started desoldering like the back and pulling things off. And so it's just kind of fun. They've got things like, I don't know what they're called, chokes or whatever they call them. But so there's just like fun little components like that. And then this one, check this out. 200 volts capacitor. Now I made sure to touch those with a screwdriver first, so I didn't electrocute myself. But seriously, look at that. That sucker.
Yeah.
That could store 200 volts. That's pretty wild.
How many amps would that be?
Let's have a look. It says, I have no idea. It doesn't actually say. It says, I guess it depends on how much, does it depend on how much electricity is going through it? So it's a 200 volt, 1000, I don't know what what does the little UF mean? See if anyone else, see if anyone can tell me.
Wait, show it.
Uniform.
It's like a little U symbol. It's like a Greek symbol,
yeah,
U.
like U.
What does it mean? I can't remember what it means. Microfarad. There you go. Zen Bender's on it.
I knew that because I was looking at power supplies recently.
Look at that. So it's thank you. Zen Bender, Abadus, Microfarad. Nice. You need to get a rework station with a desoldering pump. Yeah. I was looking at one, but it was hard to convince my wife to let me buy them. So that's why I bought the wicking stuff, whatever it's called, the desoldering stuff. I got that instead because that was like $14. Oops, I just dropped the capacitor. Where's the other thing? Ow, it really hurts to pick things up because of my arms. Nope.
7.
I knew Wolf would get to it eventually. I was waiting. It just took him a while. What is the advantage? You have to convert farads to something microfarads. Okay. 1,000 UF can be a bit tingly. Yeah, no kidding, huh? I mean, look at that. That it just looks mean, doesn't it? Doesn't that look like... I wonder if we could charge that up. There you go, Lord Chunky. When you come up, we'll charge it up, and then I'll get you to put your finger on it, and you tell me how it feels.
Okay, that sounds really good.
And then your dad could come and beat the crap out of me for hurting you. All right, there's a couple of other...
To make some sort of like arc welder that just works once.
That's interesting. I wonder if you could make like one. Like I know, you know what I need is I need to get one of those ones that can solder batteries, like cables, like. There's like these super...
soldering batteries is scary, though.
I know, it does seem a bit... That's why you don't actually solder them, because you don't want them heating up and exploding. It's an electrical charge, so it just goes... Yeah. And it's like a... What's it called? It's like a weld, basically. You know, that's literally what it is.
Still sounds scary. Zapping batteries.
Yeah, I'll get you to hold it, and then we'll just try it out.
Okay.
Spot welder, that's it. Thank you, whoever said that. All right, this is my box of goodies. I also discovered if you take apart a fire detector or a smoke detector, it has radioactive material in it.
Yeah, not always right.
But I don't know how it's used exactly. But there's radioactive material in it, which I thought was kind of cool. All right, what do we got? I love DigiKey, but I miss the convenience of running down the street to Radio Shack. I used to love Radio Shack, please. James Gurney says, "Oh God, please don't, David." I wonder what that is. Get a spot welder?
Probably something about like spot welding batteries.
You don't like the spot welding? You don't? Spot welder. Come on, spot welders would be so much fun. You know? I'll tell you though, I electrocute myself all the time. I'm rigged up to electricity right now, as we speak. I've got a TENS machine on right now. I don't actually have it on. It turned off. But I got my shoulders, because my shoulders hurt. I've rigged it up so that it tingles my shoulders and apparently helps with the pain. It actually just hurts, but... You know, but my shoulders already hurt, so I think he just missed two opportunities there. Yeah. I mean, boy, this is Wolfpup is really off his game right now. Capacitors are very dangerous to play with, coming from amps and things like that. Yes, that's why I put a screwdriver across it first to make sure that it was no longer charged. Thank you, Captain Catherine. My shoulders still hurt, and yes, that your sympathy is very nice. Okay, the power supply on the new Mac Studio is dangerous, but Apple made it safe when the PC is closed. Really? The alpha, might be beta particle, gets interrupted by smoke, and the detector goes off if it doesn't see the radiation. Really? Damn it. How did I know James would know that? Okay, James, who knows everything. What about this algae thing? Could I get algae growing down here? Could I do a little bioreactor algae thing down here that would get me CO2? I could also open a window, as someone else said. That's pretty neat, though. So the alpha, might be beta particle, gets interrupted. He's not very good at English, James. It's only one of his many languages. By smoke, and the detector goes off if it doesn't see the radiation. It gets interrupted. Huh. So it emits radiation until the smoke stops it from emitting radiation? That's interesting. Okay. Have to look that up. Just buy a CO2 tank. I don't want more CO2. Don't I want less? In enclosed space, you're breathing out carbon dioxide, but I could be wrong. No, I think I'm breathing out carbon dioxide, Captain Catherine. I think you're right. Okay, James Gurney says might be alpha. It's alpha, apparently. Ank says it's alpha. Ank apparently would know. Okay, how does a smoke... I mean, I know how it works now, but I just thought I could... So I remember... Ionization versus photoelectric. Interesting. Oh, how do they work? I see. Oh, it seems like there's different types of smoke detectors. Oh, How Stuff Works. I love that place. They've always got good stuff. Okay. Photoelectric. I see. So that just means so I guess basically if smoke gets in the way of the beam of light, the low power laser, I guess then it would go off. And then what about, is there It's a photo like nope. Ionization detectors. Ionizing radiation. Here you go. Ionization smoke detectors use an ionization chamber and a source of ionizing radiation to detect smoke. This type of smoke detector is more common because it's inexpensive and better at detecting small amounts of smoke produced by flaming fires. Okay, so how does this work? Oh yeah, that's it. Americium? Americium?
It's named after America.
What's a really bad name for? That's a bad name for radiation, I gotta say. Okay, so you put
It's America. It's great.
America.
America.
F yeah. All right. Okay. I see. So it lets. So chamber is very simple. It consists of two plates with a voltage across them, along with a radioactive source of ionizing radiation. The alpha particles generated by the americium have the following property. They ionize the oxygen and nitrogen atoms of the air in the chamber. To ionize means to knock an electron off. When you knock an electron off an atom, you end up with a free electron with a negative charge and an atom missing one electron with a positive charge. The negative electron is attracted to the plate with a positive voltage, and the positive atom is attracted to the plate with a negative voltage. Opposites attract, just like with the magnets. Electronics in the smoke detector sense the small amount of electrical current that these electrons and ions moving towards the plate represent. When smoke enters the ionization chamber, it disrupts this current. The smoke particles attach to the ions and neutralize them. The smoke detector senses the drop in current between the plates and sets off the horn. Thank you. That is very good. That is what James, in fact, was telling us. Okay. Goat Mama is going for a nap. So am I. I'm out of here. If Goat Mama's going, I'm going. Cal, it really, really bothers me to have to say thank you, but thank you. Especially on your birthday like this to come in and to run things. I can't believe you do it on such a special day. So really, really really thank you. Well, it's not that much more complicated, James. It sounds like exactly like what you just said. It's just the logistics of doing that simple thing is probably a little bit more, you know. Anno Confucius says I'm leaving, so it's got to be another half an hour. Hey, Lord Chunky.
Yes.
Is it time for me to buy a computer yet?
Once you've waited this much, you basically committed
to waiting.
Q4 2022, roughly.
Really?
Because then you get like 13th gen Intel and like 40 series NVIDIA.
The 40 series NVIDIA just sounds like Isn't it weird to think that the 30 gen's now going to be like, eh?
It's 2 years old, so.
I guess so, but it's like 2 years that don't really count. So is there a TI version of this thing? Oh my God, there's a 4090 Ti.
There's a 3090 Ti. We don't know if there's going to be a 4090 Ti yet. There might be.
Oh.
Who knows?
It says, there's some kind of gamer guy saying that there's a 4090 Ti is an absolute monster, but it looks like it might be fake news.
No, there's a 3090 Ti, which might be what he's talking about.
Well, apparently apparently they're saying they've leaked a 4090 Ti. Mm-hmm. Apparently.
Take all the leaks with a grain of salt.
That's true. It's because it's not. Yeah, they're not
also,
legit.
Next cards are meant to like suck back a lot of power.
The next ones.
Mm-hmm. Like you'll need a big.
But does that mean will it take the pressure off the 3090s and the 3080s and 3070s and stuff?
Yes, probably. You'll probably find a lot like of 3090s used because people bought the 3090s first thing as soon as they could. Like, there's always the kind of people that just have the best computers for the sake of having the best.
I want to be those people. I want to be those kind of people.
But why?
Because then I'd have the best computer all the time. I want the best computer all the time. Well, how hard is it for me to just always get everything I want? Like, oh my God. So the 3090 now is like $4,000.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
$4,000? No, that's not. Is it really?
Is that not bad?
It's not. The 3090 is like 2,400.
$2,400?
$2,500.
Okay. Oh. Well, on Amazon, they're $4,000 they want for them.
I found one on Newegg for $2,500.
Oh, really? That's reasonable. I mean, sort of reasonable.
I mean,
oh my God, look at that.
I mean, things are better now. Like, you can get like a 3080 Ti for only
you can
the low price of. Let me check.
Well,
3080 Ti for only 1,800 here, which is like not great, but also 1800 isn't half bad.
The 3090 for 2049 all of a sudden sounds like a deal, which is just so ridiculous. I guess I've
But
been
like
completely.
most people don't need a 3090.
I don't need one either, but I just want to be able to say I've got a 3090 and then I've beat Baz. That's the only reason why I really need it.
You just get a 6900 XT.
Is that like is that the way to go?
AMD
Yeah.
depends.
I mean, I love the idea of having all AMD. I love the idea of having an
in terms
AMD.
of, like raw performance will beat out Nvidia.
Does it
but,
have
like,
a better
they
way
don't
of?
have the same features as Nvidia. Like
Right.
Nvidia has like DLSS and
That's what I worry
stuff like
about.
that.
It's got all the fun stuff to play with. I just wondered if maybe the AMD was better at speaking to the CPU because they're both made by the same company.
I think there is a feature that can like boost performance by a little bit, but like not necessarily.
I feel like there should be because if you're doing that,
Yeah.
you know.
But right now Intel is better than AMD, so don't go AMD for CPU.
What? Intel's still better?
Well, they used to not be better. Now they're like significantly better.
What about the M1? What about that chip? That's blowing everyone out of the water.
Well, okay, when you're comparing to like other gaming stuff. For
Oh, okay. No gaming, you're right. And no one's gaming on an M1 right yet. But maybe they will.
No.
Okay, so
The
tell me
regular
what the
M1
latest, what's the best Intel chip that's out there right now? What's the best CPU out there?
1200K.
What's it called? 1200? 12, what is it?
900K. Or wait, is it
12900K. Okay.
16 cores. But they have an interesting design where it's like performance cores and efficiency cores.
Mm-hmm.
So it has like very fast cores and it has like smaller cores that like do background tasks and stuff.
Ah.
That keep the load off of the performance cores.
But do you have to have the program, do the programs have to be smart to that stuff?
Yeah, they kind of have to support it, but
Mm.
like that's a bit of what Windows 11 does is that it manages performance and efficiency cores better.
Mm. So, okay. Do I have to get a special motherboard for that? Is that like a whole other?
Well, you'll need a Z690 board.
Oh, like the ROG, the Asus one. Damn it!
Yeah.
It adds up pretty quick, doesn't it? I was just looking at them. I was looking at them on Newegg because, of course, you've got me fantasizing about getting new.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
recommend getting an ROG board unless you either really like the way they look.
But
or
they've
you
always
plan
got
on
like
really
fun.
heavy overclocking.
They got fancy things on it. I like it because it's got unicorn vomit like you wouldn't believe. Like here, I'll show you. Let's see if I can bring up the window. Check this out. Like that right there, that is LEDs.
$730.
And LEDs right there. Look at
for
that.
what?
For LEDs.
Oh gosh.
It could say things to me.
Like just put a monitor on the side of your PC at that.
Okay, let's see what it's got. Let's see why it's so great, apparently. Okay.
Probably 18,000 stage VRM. Like I don't know.
PCI 5? Do we care about that?
No.
So it's got one PCI slot for 5 for M2 cards, I guess. I see. Okay. Or M3. So you can.
There's nothing that really utilizes PCI 5.0 right now.
Okay, you can put 3 M.2 cards in this thing.
I'm not too. Those are like SSDs.
Yeah, you can put 3 of them in.
That's like kind of average.
What is that? It? Oh, okay. It's only got 2 PCI slots. That doesn't seem like a lot, but I guess you don't really need much, do you? You only need like basically what else are you going to put in there? It's not like you're going to put like a networking card in a PCI slot, right? Okay, it's got.
Oh, networking cards often do go in PCI slots.
Yeah, if you've got lots of them. Okay, Pro Cool power connector. That does not sound that exciting to me. What am I paying all this extra money for?
It looks fancy. LEDs, like high quality VRMs for overclocking.
Oh, really? So you can do? I mean, you can play with it.
Yeah.
It's got polymo lighting, whatever that means. I don't know what that
means.
is. It looks cool. That's what it is. It looks cool.
That sounds like.
It comes with a nice box. It comes with Republic of Gamers stickers, Lord Chunky, and a keychain. Oh my God! It comes with a keychain. It comes with a Hyper M2 card with heatsink. That's interesting. So it comes with like a special card for your M2 card. Like it's literally like a slot in. That's cool.
It's like what do they call that thing? It's like
They call it a hyper card. which
Yeah.
is a stupid name for
So
it,
you
I've
can
got to say.
use like a lot of NVMe drives. Not sure why you need that many. I guess if you've got a whole bunch lying around, you can put them all in one.
Well, I'm guessing no one wants to slow the system down by putting in a hard drive. Like, it's just that's just lame.
Yeah, but hard drives are fine for most stuff. Like,
Well, for storing stuff, but not for using. I mean, they're too damn slow.
Well, no,
otherwise, right?
you just run Windows.
You know what I like to do every so often? I like to just add things to my cart. I just like oh no, I don't need protection, thanks. I just want
$720.
no, I just put the I
12,900K.
put the i9 12900K into it.
Yeah.
You know, that would be so much fun to play with. Has it been half an hour since I said I was leaving?
Probably roughly that.
Probably. Fun and vomity. What's that? What's fun and vomity? M2 is the way to go now. That's what they say. Risk is fundamentally limited performance. Was David, as the voice of reason, what do you need a balling PC for, David? You're not doing Blender or gaming at 4K. James, I don't want the voice of reason. If I needed a voice of reason, I could just ask my wife what I should be spending the money on. But I don't have any money because we're going to give it all to Lord Chunky for coming up with the most brilliant business strategy. That sounds good
to me.
And then there you go.
So do I have to pay that back or no?
It's not even. I don't know. Well, how would you do that? Like, if let's say TechBandits started did the same thing and said, okay, we'll invest a certain amount of money. Like, how would you make that work? What would be forget just yourself. Like, if you were the one with the money giving it out, how would you make that work?
If I was giving out money, like it depends. If I had a bunch of money, I would probably just
let's say we had
no interest,
a no interest loan.
Yeah,
that's smart.
But I would need to definitely hear a pretty solid plan.
Yeah.
First,
how
I
would
don't
you?
Just want I might do this or something I want a full business plan, what they'd be buying, what they'd be selling, what they think their profit margins would be or whatever.
Wow.
Because I don't want them just taking money and then.
Well, there you go. So your job could be running the competition. So you get $24 an hour to run the competition where we give money away to people because you're the one who's got to look at all the business plans and everything. Mm-hmm. Actually, your dad would be good to look at business plans because he's an entrepreneur. Probably. He does all that kind of stuff. He's got entrepreneurial friends and things as well. Actually, yeah, we should talk to your dad about that. That's not a bad idea, actually.
I think it's risky to lend money to kids. I'm also not sure what the legal implications of that are.
Well, would you lend it? I mean, you'd probably have to make it. It probably couldn't be. It would probably have to be you basically have to say, "See you later." Maybe. Well, if it was it could almost be a marketing thing where you go if you have to, maybe include our logo on the site or something, so that's people know to, Actually, it'd be a really good. How do we make money? I don't know.
If we're just giving stuff up for free, but then we get more stuff, but then we just keep giving out.
You know what? We get paid in warm, fuzzy feelings. That's what we get. That's what we get. It's okay. I'm going to be dead of CO2 levels soon, anyways. It's fine. Or my shoulders will fall off. One of the two.
What happened to your shoulders?
James Gurney says 24 hours at $24 an hour, and he'd do it. James, how many jobs do you have now, James?
$24 bi-hourly.
Nice. Yeah, very good. I'm not falling for that. That's $12 an hour. That was my terrible math, by the way. Okay, school teachers, mostly compensated by the smiles of the children. That's right, Elizabeth with a Z. It's exactly right. The smiles of the school. But I just I don't know. I just love the idea that I think business is a really smart way for people to learn things, right? You know what I mean? There's nothing makes you want to learn something more than earning a buck, right? I mean, if someone gives you money for doing something, you like it more. So why not find... And also, I feel the best thing one could have in the world is to have a job that you like or a business that you like running. You know what I mean? I think that's a gift that, that to me, that's the kind of thing that if you could find something that you loved doing, could you imagine getting paid to just buy computer stuff? How great would that be?
Pretty good.
What would be your ideal job? If you could have any job in the world right now, what would it be?
I don't know. I want to just think computer science, but right now I don't have the credentials for that.
But when you say you want to do something in computer science, you mean you want to do a startup? You want to be the next Facebook? You want to be the next Zuck?
I don't know if I would like to do a startup. It depends.
But you'd like to have a company that does something with computers, and you would run it.
I'm not sure if I'd want to run it though.
Oh, really? Northern Monkey Dads. What's it? I love playing video games. Maybe one day my YouTube will treat me well. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's always the dream, isn't it? Okay, I get what you're saying, but why turn all the lights on in your house when you only need one? IBM's new 2 nanometer process could initiate a whole new era of computing where we see GPU, RAM. That's wild. 2 nan. That man, because wasn't Intel struggling to get like 5?
They were struggling to get down to 10.
Oh, was it 10? Jesus.
But that was a while ago. They're at 14. They were basically on like 14 plus or something like that.
Hey,
and then
so Matt Allen, for his first-time chatter, viewer, whatever, has just said, did a tornado go through my backyard? Kind of. Oh my God, it does look pretty grim out there, doesn't it? Well, our pergola, or whatever it's called, is definitely leaning. We have to replace that this year. We also have to replace the fence, which is leaning on both sides. We also have to, I have to go pick up that garbage can because it's been kind of blowy around here, to be fair. Definitely kind of blowy. First time viewer, holy crap, I finally caught a broadcast. Corin Horn R9, welcome. I'm glad you finally made it in time for me to leave because I'm about to leave, actually, as it turns out. James, Lord Chunky, computer science isn't all that hard. Learn stats, how to access data frames, and that's 80% of the job. There you go.
Nice. That sounds...
tilt the camera a little and it will look straight. Yeah, but if I tilt it, then it'll look straight. This is about my odd perspective on the world. Why you wouldn't want to be a part of that? Lifelong Stargate fan, then you are more than welcome here. I think you'll find a few other lifelong Stargate fans here. Corin Horn, R9. Okay, computer science is all about Googling and Stack Overflow. Yeah, no kidding. The amount of time I spent on Stack Overflow when I was trying to figure out how to use Python to sort out this JSON file that I had. Or JSON. I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but you know. Welcome. You caught the famous half-hour wrap-up. Where am I at, Anima Confusa? How long have I spent?
I think we're at 40 minutes by now.
Seriously? Holy crap, it's almost 6 o'clock. That's pretty good, actually. Stargaters Unite. Yeah, somebody find out if they're actually making a new series or not. That'd be kind of fun. We could be like broadcasting live from the Stargate set, where I'll be handing out money to kids so they can start their own businesses. All right. You guys might like compatibility testing for video games. That's neat. What does that mean? What does that involve?
The one thing I wouldn't be sure about is electrical engineering or computer science.
You mean getting into the actual hardware side of it?
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun, though.
Both seem interesting.
I mean, that's what
I've
Alan...
heard that computer science pays better. So.
That's what Alan Malventano does, right? So he basically analyzes the Intel's SSDs and stuff. I think that's what I'm gonna have to ask him about.
They both seem good. So
all right. How much does McKay get paid working in Atlantis? He just does it for the smiles of the children. Okay. All right. I'm out of here. I got to go. Wolf Pup, how you feeling? You still with us? You're not dead yet?
Not yet.
Okay, good. How are you feeling, though? Do you still feel a bit like coldy and stuff?
No, I actually feel fine. Other than, like, nose.
The weird thing is, I swear to God, you sound better on this line than you do on your computer. If I was going to invest in Wolf Pup, I would invest in a better microphone.
Yeah.
What kind of microphone do you use, Wolf Pup?
Corsair.
Is it like a modern one? Like a good one? A new one?
Yeah, I haven't been on my computer in 3 days.
Oh
I don't know anything about it.
Oh my God, you forget this is long COVID. 3 days without a computer is like, I think I'd go nuts.
Yeah, probably.
But like, I haven't had school to occupy me, so it's been weird because I've been watching Family Guy all day.
Oh my God, that's your education. You've been educated by Family Guy. That's why you knew that Rhode Island was. I see. That's why you had the Rhode Island thing. You know what you should watch, which we enjoyed, was the After Party. That was kind of a fun. It's a murder mystery. That was kind of fun. But you gotta watch Moon Knight or whatever it's called. It's called
Moon Knight.
All right.
Makes sense.
I am working on it, David.
All right. You got to work on your dad. Say like you can't wait to be better. Just like watch it, stream it. I can't wait that long.
Just un-COVID yourself. Yeah.
Just like, you know, Like you lick the door handle. So when your dad comes in, he gets sick, and then you just watch the show together. It's perfect. I am not in any way.
Have to go now.
I am not in any way condoning that. That is entirely a joke. All right, Lord Chunky, thanks for dropping by, buddy. Let me know what the deal is with the soldering iron, because you can either borrow it or just
start working now. I'll be.
If I fixed it just by looking on Google, then I'll be very impressed with myself.
Because I bought a new pair already. And
what did you get? What type did you get?
I got AirPod Pros, which are great.
Oh, I love the AirPod Pros, I gotta say.
I mean, at least you like two different things for different uses. I'd use the AirPods when I go work out, and I use these for sitting at home.
Are you working out as well now? Jesus, now I feel unfit as well. Thanks for making me feel guilty. That's great. So glad you could come around and just make me feel old and fat. That's perfect.
Well,
thanks, Lord Chunky. You're the best. All right. And goodbye, Plague Monkey. I mean, Wolf Pup.
Goodbye.
We'll see you later, too. Have a good one, Lord Chunky. No more burn and learns. I should do burn and learns, but I can't move my arms. Like right now, my shoulders are incredibly big.
12.
Is it 12? Was that 12?
That's your 12.
That's pretty good. That's an all-time high for me. I'm sure I've said it more than that before. Chat, did you know water, a soap solution, wiping help with dirty windows? Oh my God, Cal, all right already. Oh my God, I swear to God, I'll clean the window before. Damn, Cal. Okay. All right. Good night, Cal. Thank you very much. Good night, Wolf Pup. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for everything. Again, I will just throw out the fact that my friend Gimpy G could really use some support and help. So go and check him out. And at the very least, it would cost you nothing to give him a follow. So do that. Did I get it right? Nope. I thought it was Gimpy. Wasn't it Gimpy? What was the? How do you make it? How did you make it come up again? What did I do wrong?
You type in Gimpy G. That's
it. I typed. Oh, you know why? I bet you because it was too soon. Because Cal beat me to it. It's on cooldown because Cal's already stolen it. Because Cal's apparently this is Cal's chat and it's Cal's stream. Why don't we just call it Cal's stream? Why do we even call it Tech Banditry? Why don't we just call it Cal Banditry? All right. Be safe. Be kind. Be brilliant. And until we geek again, I will say cheerio and huzzah! And now I hit. See, it looks different though. It looks totally different than what it looked like on the other ones. And I have to find the stop streaming button. Toodles, chat. Toodles, says Cal. Toodles. Toodles. Ow. See, that hurts my arm. 13. Good night.